Liberia, like I said, is one of the best countries in the world, whether you believe it or not. You understand? Yeah, it's a small country. It's one of the best countries. You know, we are very good people. And then I think what we should strive for is for our country to survive. You know, and that's why we promote peace in our country. You know, for so many years we've been promoting peace, and people that brought war still continue to have the face and idea of discrimination. This is wrong, and we will not sit as citizens of this country. I was in opposition before. I faced this thing before, and then of course I'm in opposition. We'll put check to that.
Wow. And these things happen in the wake of these turbulent times. You know, the economic hardship is very high, and there were people that you may have placed on payroll and so forth here and there, but these are Liberians. In the wake of all of these hardships, they have been taking off jobs, and some of them could be angered by that and take matters into their own hands. And you are a man of peace, and if they did support you and they are suffering because they are associated with you, people have been taking up 10 new positions. Whoever associated with you, either directly or indirectly, they have been taking off jobs. These things could anger people and they could take matters in their own hands. What say you to this? Yeah.
Maybe the international community that were reminding us to make sure that we don't break the rules and regulations. They are still there. And we have to respect the laws of the republic. That's what we did. When I was in power, when they tell me that no, this is a tenure position, you cannot move the person until their tenure expire. So be it. That's the law. We can't break the law. So I hope that the government will take heed. It's important to respect the law of the republic. We're not a democratic period, so we need to respect the law. All we look for is to respect the law, and that's what we did.
Looking at the common people are losing their jobs at various places as well. Not just only 10 position holders. They are the one that feeling the pinch the most. They got nothing.
Ab, when you are angry and you let the wrong people thinking that they are the savior is wrong. You understand? We were in opposition before. If you employ poor people that have the minimum, and somebody come to power and believe that because they associate with other people, they have to be taking on job. This is very bad. That's not good. No leader can do that. You know. And what, $50 job, $100 job? You mean the government that come to power that came to rescue cannot even give a $50, $100 job or lead a citizen on that job? This is wrong. It's wrong. It be everything that they're doing wrong, and we know that. You know, but again, the peace of Liberia is the most important. It's the most important, and that's why we in accordance with the law. You know, this is wrong. People supported the Unity Party. I came to power. I left them there. These are citizens of the country. But you can employ a Senegalese man and you refuse to employ a Liberian. Is that what it is? No, it's wrong. It's wrong. Everything that they're doing is wrong, Abi. The disrespect is wrong. Breaking our laws is wrong. And the old men know that. Bwaga know that. Bwaga know that. When we were there, the Bwaka, we used to go to him, even fee Bwaka because of his title. You know what I'm saying? Make him comfortable because of a title. But you see what he's doing? You get a lot of gangsters around here and thinking that Liberia is afraid of gangsters. It's a lie. It's a lie.
Wow. But you should be concerned as well. Why it is true that you're in opposition, you should be concerned. You also have a responsibility to maintain the peace of the country. Though the burden has shifted on the government to maintain the peace.
AB, I've always kept the peace of the Republic of Liberia.
Okay.
During Ellen time, I've kept the peace. During President Dota, I kept the peace. Amos Sawyer time, I kept the peace. Charles Taylor time, I kept the peace. I have never broken anything in this country. I work for peace in our country, and I'm on record. Even the United Nations know that I work for peace. So I'm not trying to break the peace. What I'm telling you that those people that say they came to rescue us, they are breaking the laws of the republic, and it is wrong. If you can't see it, AB, it is wrong. It is wrong. Because in the government that I serve, training position was respected. Today, you can say that you're taking the person off because he associated with somebody. No, but you see, we are different. The respect I have for Ellen Johnson I kept that respect. And the respect I've kept for her, to respect the laws of the republic. I even work with Ellen Johnson as a peace ambassador. You understand? So I don't have a issue of keeping the peace of the country. Of course, we are peaceful, but we will not allow people to break our laws and then intimidate people, and we just sit. That would never happen. You know, we in opposition. Ellen Johnson, Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, let me give her the respect, because that's somebody that I respect so much. She did some things that we disagree, and we went to her and spoke to her. By the rule of law, you know, we have the right to protest, and we protest. We went to Ellen, and she understood that. She came on the table and we talked. You understand? They respecting leaders that are traveling, and you refuse for them to use the laws that they build, and Liberians say that and say, yeah, it's right. No, it's not right. If the Boaka man, he was not even president, and we gave him a VIP all the time he's traveling, what he's doing is wrong, and you need to wake up. Those things are wrong. Those things are wrong. Everyone said that. You want that change? Boaka was not a change. Boaka was never the change. Those few people that believe that all the years, almost 171 years, they left this country, they wanted to come back because of where they went, there was no greener pasture. They think that they can get in Labrador and lie, say they keep for change. That's no change.
Ilala samaleku, samaleku. Ilala sala, samaleku sama ilala. Asesya yao. Krana nyara bona, krana jeremo. Gani jesu dramo bo. Mone jenio, krana kubrana motio. Najera nyara wo, nana wo teka o. Aye, nana wo teka o. Se o. Awo kroni nyara o. Nyara bo, krona jere mo. Awo kroni nyara o. Nyara bo, krona jere mo. Aye, nana wa teka o, se o. Awo kore nyara o, nyara bona, bona jere mo. Awo kore nyara o, nyara bona, bona jere mo. Kana nyeba da mo, bona jere, kana mo da mo ti. Adela nyara wa, nana wa teka o. Najera nyara wa, nana wa
Well, let me say a pleasant good morning and a warm welcome to your program. Talk About It on Kings 88.5. On Talk About It, we discuss issues of national concern. We bring them on the table and for you there in Radio Land. The time to be a part of the program by putting forth your comments, your suggestions and recommendations, the way forward on how best we can move our country to Mama Liberia. We disagree though, but we found a common ground and push ahead as a people. Please be my guest. My name is Israel. Where we are here. Today is Thursday, the 5th day of June 2025. Let's take a gist of our theme song and be right. Well, thank you so kindly. Thank you. Small Time Social Club International. Thank you so kindly for being our partner in progress on Talk About It on Kings 88.5. Well, let me say good morning to all of you. Wherever you are this morning, I'd like to say good morning and a pleasant, warm welcome to the program Talk About It. Let me say good morning to the peace-loving and resilient people of our dear country, Mama Liberia, across the 15th sub-political division of the Republic of Liberia. And those of you across Maserado County within the 17th electoral district, let me say good morning to you. Maybe you are on your way to a job. You are on your way to your business area or for that special interview, and you are in tune to Kings 88.5. Let me say good morning to you. And to our keke riders, our pimping riders, motorcyclists, taxi drivers, bus drivers, our passengers, well wishers, I'd like to say good morning. And those of you across the country following over the means of the radio or the social media, I'd like to say good morning. And then those of you in the diaspora, let me say good morning to you. And thank God for all of you. And it's good to be back on this 5th day of June 2025. Well, let me say happy birthday to a senior brother, a partner in progress, the man who supports the developmental initiative and the far march of the struggle of the former president, His Excellency Ambassador George Mananwea, and Clay Riches. Today is your birthday. We want to say happy birthday to you. You're there in the United States of America. We want to say happy birthday to you, Mr. Clay Riches. And we wish you the best that life has to offer. Go on our page and, say happy birthday to him. He's on the station page and on my page. You go there, say happy birthday. He's one of us. He's always been supportive. He's always been buttressing the efforts of stretching his hands to help kids, families, those with some challenges back home. He support them. He helped them. And so on his birthday, I like to say happy birthday to him. And if anybody's celebrating birthday along with him, I like to say happy birthday. And I'm dedicating the entire presentation of the program to Mr. Clay Riches. And as you celebrate, we want to say happy birthday to you. And all those celebrating alongside with Mr. Clay Riches, this is your song.
Today is your birthday. It's the day when you were born. Celebrate another joyous day with your friends and family. It comes once a year. Say your prayers and be thankful to the Lord for the special day in your life. And celebrate with the song I'll sing for you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you, dear. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you, dear. Happy birthday to you.
All right, so I'd like to say happy birthday to big brother, Sion brother Clay Riches of the USA. Congratulations to you. And we wish you the best life has to offer. Yeah. All the June people, all of y'all are born June. Don't delay to let me know the day before your birthday. Yeah, you deserve it, though. All of you deserve it, though. You deserve it. Yeah. So good morning, man. Wonderful people. Good morning to you. What a great day again. To God be all the glory for great things he has done and greater things he will do. He said he started doing already. It is marvelous in their eyes. They will talk it, they will see it, they will hear it. And we're very happy to be here. To God be the glory. We thank God again, man. We thank God that we can be counted amongst the living. Yeah, very, very grateful. Very, very grateful. And I'm happy for all of you, man. Peter Go Chatu. Peter Go Chatu, how are you? You there? You there? In the Freeport area, Daniel Noah, how are you? So Roland Fraser. Roland, you following from your Ministry of Public Work office on Lane Street, man. Roland, proud of you every day. Terry B. Nimene, you're watching from Pinsville, Duper Road, Action Faith Community. Yeah. We'll continue to do what God says is right. Thank you, Terry. Thank you, man. Robert Singh Mombo. Oh, Robertson Mumbo, yeah. Happy pre-birthday to your beloved wife. She's in Liberia. Mr. Mumbo, yeah, happy pre-birthday to her. Please hit me up with a birthday, please. Yeah, my DM. Yeah. Happy pre-birthday to your tomorrow be your wife's birthday. Okay. Yeah, Robertson Mumbo. Please greet your wife first. Okay. All right. Roland Fraser saying happy birthday to Uncle Rich. Venicia Jion Bar, you following from Point Four. Emmanuel Swain. Oh, Eman. Wow. Congratulations, man. Eman, today's your birthday too. Oh, you join Uncle Riches. Wow. Eman, where are you, Eman? Where are you? Where do you base? Happy birthday to you, my dear brother. Happy birthday, Emmanuel Swain. You're joining our big brother, Uncle Clay Riches to celebrate today. The show's for you guys, man. Fatu Conning, you following from Kakata. How are you, mama? How are you? Okay, Robertson Momo, you're watching from GS Road, Pinsville City. Okay, so please don't hit mom DM and let me remember your wife tomorrow on the show, man. Yeah. Happy pre-birthday to her. Say, boss, say. The office knows you. Yeah, Precious Dakuka, my loving sister. I love her so much. How are you, mama? I miss you. The job making you, I can't see you. Make some time, come and see your brother, man. Yeah. I love her so much, my loving sister. She there in the Thinkers Village area, Soya Beach Community Kingdom. My Rebecca, political religious saying, no man can you. How are you, Mama? T Dino exceeding grace. Oh, happy pre-birthday, my beautiful daughter. I say with Araminta. Viola Gray. My happy again. Happy pre-birthday. You nice already. We'll spoil money tomorrow. Money pan your business. T exceeding grace. Dino, when it comes to money, you get money. Toby Modding Furniture. How are you, sir? You dead on the 18th Street, Cheeseman Avenue. How are you, my dear brother? Welcome. Alex Brown. Alex Brown. You following from Central Morovia. How are you? Yeah. The Memphis issue one. Hit us. Keep out of this show because it ain't short. I will give it triple. Agatha Glasgow is the class preferred. And then Alex Brown is the watchman. He is the gatekeeper. Agatha Glasgow is the class preferred. And Alex Brown is the gatekeeper. So powerful people. Trocon Edwards, how are you, my brother? Isaac Q, the Isaac K. Quia. You watching from Doe Community. Okay. Thank you, man, Alex. Thank you, my gatekeeper. Emmanuel Swain, you in the US. Happy birthday. And I got to celebrate the birthday. Yeah, the same way we're celebrating the birthday for Riches here. Oh my God. This is my guest one.
Liberia.
Okay, sorry, great people. I'm talking to my dear sister. The guests are coming on the show. Very important today for us. So, Mr. Swain, we're celebrating here. The same way we're celebrating Uncle Clay Richard's birthday today. So we will eye your own day. So the same way you're celebrating over there, when you're eating chicken, you're eating raised bone, everything. You gotta make sure you eat it. So Uncle Emmanuel Swain, yeah, make sure that happen too. Uncle Rich, I can see him getting set now. He packaging right now for back home the celebration here today. So I'm beginning of collecting them. We went set with me, and to celebrate my senior brother birthday. So where Edwin Emmanuel Swain joining there too, then a double celebration. Solomon Colette, how are you, man? Saturday Zonye Woodyware. You watching from Atlanta, Georgia, USA. I hope I pronounced your name well, Chief. George Watkins Jr. How are you, man? You following from your comfort zone in Dixie Tech team. All right. Wow. Thanks so kindly, Uncle Rich, Clay Riches. I can see it. The celebration kicking up. Hey, the old man said, my son, you got to celebrate the thing in Liberia while celebrating in the US. So Emmanuel's going to join you too. Emmanuel's going to join me and we'll celebrate it. So you packaging. Let me see it. Noah Deacon, how are you, sir? You watching from Duazon, my GB County. Robertson Momo. Oh, Mokrapi. Nabi. Kramokra. Yeah, he's a crew brother. Yeah, that's definitely the best strap in the world. Abbott Matum Cephas. How are you? You monitoring from your resident in Thumbs Up Callway. OG Jeff. How are you, my brother? Thank you, man. Fatou Sharif, how are you? Frederick W. Cole. How are you, man? You say happy birthday to Big Brother Clay Riches. Yeah, my Rebecca saying una position I will look for it. Because you can't joke, so I gotta look for something that will make you when you're in a class, you'll just be chunky. Oliver Thompson, how are you, man? You watching from Benda Farm, Lofa Community Junction, Moserado County, District 4. Amen. Joe Dixon Niminen, how are you, sir? The birthday man. Yeah, I checked it already, papi. It's touching. You on the ground. Yeah, the celebration kick up. T Dino exceeding grace. Yeah, but I just call your daughter and say happy pre-birthday to her now. With your sister again, Eve X Gazoo from the CDC. Uncle Pajibo, how are you? Roland Charles Pajibo. Okay, you watching from Doe Community, Solomon Kule. All right. So let me welcome all of you. Yeah, let me welcome every one of you. It's good to have all of you on the show this morning. Jacob Moluba, You're watching from the Roberts International Airport, Jacob Maluba, Bapin, Paul Lee. You're watching from Johnsonville, Terry B. Niminan. You're watching from Painesville, Dupo Road, Action of I greeted you. Nathan Pay, you're watching from Kakata. Okay. So let's be able to greet you. Edwin Sumo Goya, you're following from your Fort Worth, Texas, USA. Happy belated birthday to your son, Dr. Stephen Goya. He celebrated his birthday on the 1st of June. So, Dr. Stephen Goya, happy belated birthday, and your father, Edwin Sumo Goya, there from Texas, USA, say happy belated birthday to you. You see how our people can benefit because they are wonderful people on the platform. William Carr, you're watching from Omega, Painesville City. Thank you, my brother. That's why we want you to pray for more grace. Okay, J. Emmanuel Nice, you're watching from Johnsonville City View behind Heart of Grace. Lord Jelle, you're watching from Police Academy Junction. Peter Gotcha 2, how are you? They're in Freeport. All right. Muffley Sese, the original Konji Kongro from Fargo, North Dakota. What? The woman might waste money in let me leave here. Okay. Oh. All right. So welcome. I'm waiting. I'm not seeing my guests on the screen. What is going on? All right. So let me say welcome. You can be sharing, man. You can be sharing with others. Let me check on the guest. But let me go to YouTube. Probably some people there too. They can be following. We will do them due diligence right here on the program. Talk about it on Kings 88.5. What I'm happy to be here. I'm very happy. Okay, so as usual, Masalam Dami. She following from Australia. That woman, she started doing SSI. Later, she stopped. When she started doing SSI, the whole 1 year, she started telling people how she was practicing. Right now, she can't do it again. Masalam Dami, how you doing, my dear sister there in Australia? You got my first friend. Nisa Down, mommy, how you doing? Gertrude J.D. Williams. Wow, the able minister. You dead in Johnsonville. Oh, okay. Yeah. Happy Abraham Day to all Muslims. Okay, today is Abraham Day. Darlington Dennis. How are you? Moses Sese. You following from Kakata. Emmanuel Bro, as usual, from Minnesota, the USA. How are you? So all of you, you're welcome. Okay, so let me see quickly here. Okay, let me see. We try to see so the guests can click on the link there. There is something we want to talk about today. And all of you, your input. That is why we try. He said, I'm looking for a trouble. The woman go jog. Oh, I want to tell you, let's leave it. You can see that video on Facebook again. Before, once you go jog, you show it. I challenge you. Show me one today that you went to jog. The last time she went to church, she couldn't stand it. She go home. She walking away. There is something I want us to talk about. So I try to get a guest from the US. She will still join us. And it's very important for us to look at it. Because there are too much worries among our people. And it is only in Liberia. Wait. Oh, wait.
Liberia, like I said, is one of the best countries in the world, whether you believe it or not. You understand? Yeah, it's a small country. It's one of the best countries. You know, we are very good people. And then I think what we should strive for is for our country to survive. You know, and that's why we promote peace in our country. You know, for so many years we've been promoting peace, and people that brought war still continue to have the face and idea of discrimination. This is wrong, and we will not sit as citizens of this country. I was in opposition before. I faced this thing before, and then of course I'm in opposition. We'll put check to that.
Wow. And these things happen in the wake of these turbulent times. You know, the economic hardship is very high, and there were people that you may have placed on payroll and so forth here and there. But these are Liberians in the wake of all of these hardships. They have been taking off jobs, and some of them could be angered by that and take matters into their own hands. And you are a man of peace. And if they did support you and they are suffering, whoever associated with you, either directly or indirectly, they have been taking off jobs. What say you to
talk about it on Kings 88.5? I know you're wondering why I'm not doing in the studio. I'm just jumping up but it's okay. Edwin is okay. You know, we have small issue there, and so I don't want it to create any shock. So I have to make some adjustment. Wait for our technician to be here, and then they can work on it. But it's good. It's good. No, be spying you. Like I said, there is something I want us to talk about that is very important. It's very important. And I'm not seeing civil society groupings. I'm not seeing big bellies. I'm not seeing baby mothers. I'm not seeing grandfathers, grandmothers, young people being concerned about it. And I don't even see politicians. I don't know what the problems might be like. But couples of weeks, you've been hearing about some of the terrible news, the terrible occurrences and happenings across Liberia when it comes to our people going to the different medical centers. When it comes to our people going to hospitals, there are certain revelations about hospitals in our country that is scary. That people who getting sick now, they're thinking that I'd rather be here, take my paracetamol. I'd rather be here, go take my country medicine than to go to a hospital where I'm hearing dangerous things are happening. I don't know what is actually happening to the sector. I don't know what is happening to the health sector in Liberia. I don't know what role is the government playing. And that's serious. Even as the legislature that said that they are concerned that people coming to our country, they claim to be medical doctors, nurses, physician assistants, surgeons. We don't do due diligence. Many of you appear to be concerned about the politics in Liberia. Those of you that call yourself activists, how many of you stay talking? Are asking the question, where the man, where that doctor, where that man they say that fake doctor, where is he? Even those of you who are the victim, why are you people, why you're not talking? Why are you people not talking? Those of you who are the victims of the circumstances, why are you not talking? When you take politics into the sector, you know you embarrass everybody. How do you see Liberia health sector? Oh, we got some good doctors and nurses. But you sit down, someone come and practice in Liberia they stay here for 10 years. And we just starting revelations. We're hearing news about people kidnapped and extracted. It is scaring Liberians. We hear that this person went to the hospital and people who now they are not surgeons, then they go do operation. They killed the patient. And nurses, you go work with people who you know they're not experienced. They're not even surgeons because you want money. So you allow them to kill innocent people. It's scary. They have sector in Liberia. It's scary. People are afraid to go to hospital. People are afraid to go places because you start hearing the news about people. In America, they will grab you that you heard you are heading one of the organizations. What's good? You heard you heading one of the organization in the country, and then you hearing the kind of things about Liberia. Who is not afraid? People are afraid. People are worrying about their families. That you go to hospital, the person is not well, the person is not feeling sick that bad, they drive themselves, only to hear in the twinkling of an eye, the person die. It's scary. It's very scary, Liberians. It's very, very scary in our country. It's very scary in our country, Liberia. Since that guy who they say they arrested, they took his credential, they suspend him. Where is he? Or I just want to know, Liberians, probably somebody know where is that guy? That guy who they call Dr. Peter George. Where is he? We're not hearing about him. People are not protesting about him because it's not their relatives that got involved. Some of their family members were never victims. But where is the man? Where is that man, that fake doctor? Where is he? The Liberian National Police, where is the man? Stand, Moluba Molu, you who champion the cost. You're asking the people, where are those people? I learned the guy was working at the hospital owned by the Vice President of the Republic of Liberia, Jeremiah Kun. Where is the man? We should be asking the Vice President, where is the man? Because the man works for you. The Liberian National Police should be able to tell the Liberian people, where is that guy? It's not only that guy. It's not only the fake Dr. Peter George. No, he's not the only man. No, he's not the only man. He's not the only man. The Liberia Mentor Medical and Dental Council, the LMDC, where is the guy? The guy who forged his academic credentials and posed himself as medical doctor for 10 unbroken years. This guy, for years, he operated on check at the E&J Medical Center in Ganta at JFK Hospital and has county health officer in Bapolu without a single verifiable credential. The guy worked in our system, in our health system. I learned that the guy was working at the hospital owned by the Vice President, Jeremiah Kun. For all those years, the man was serving as county health officer in Bapolu. Impersonating as a medical doctor. Impersonating as a medical doctor. Where is the guy? Where is the Peter George guy? Liberians? And all of you asking the question, I heard some people say the guy left the country. Who allowed him to go? These are some of the protests you should be protesting. People come into our health sector and they do the worst. They kill our people. They pretend to be medical. Why will you be lying? You're not medical doctor, you're lying and you're killing people. Fake doctors around operating people. That is why you see too many operation patients. Because people who are not into the profession, who are not medical doctors, are running ahead and pretending to be medical doctors. They come in the corner to you in the community, they in one bafra, then they say they got cleaner, they can do operation. Then you carry your children, you carry your mothers, your sisters, your wives, your husbands, because your fee, you don't have the financial existence, and they kill them. But where is the man? Now he's not the only man. Oh, is this man behind bars? So my guess, that's what I try to do all I can to invite someone from the health sector in the United States of America, so we can talk. So we can talk. Oh, you look so beautiful, my dear sister. Wow.
Thank you.
Whoa. The woman might be sharp again. Oh.
Hello.
Yeah.
How are
Yeah.
you, my brother?
How are you, my loving sister? Oh, amazing. How you doing, mama?
Super duper.
Okay. So, Liberians, to address some of these issues, to talk about it, and we do comparative analysis about the sector, the health sector across the world, specifically in America, but we want to look at Liberia. There are a lot of things that happens in our country, and I think it's important for us to talk. So I've invited my dear sister, Madam Princess Maud. She's based in the United States of America. She is a licensed nurse. She's a licensed nurse and she's working towards a doctor degree now. Should be up to obtaining. Should be a medical doctor. Then we can bring her to Liberia. So she want to share with us some of the experience. She's a Liberian. You're not going to change it, but we want to look at the health sector. Too many things are happening, Princess. Too many things are happening. Recently, they arrested a guy who claimed to be a medical doctor. Did serious operations. Victims, people are complaining. There is another one again in the Ghana Bay area. They opened some kind of clinic. They went a day operation on somebody. The person died. Another one to went and do another operation. He's not a medical doctor. He's not a surgeon. He went to do the operation. The person died. And there are nurses that work with these people. They know that they are not medical doctors. But I don't know, because of the money, and these people sit there and the guys killed our people. And they've been arrested. But we don't know where are they. Whether they are here. Some say they left the country. These people should be prosecuted. Let's welcome you. Let's welcome you, Princess Mo. Welcome to the program.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, my brother. Thank you for inviting me to this platform. It's an honor to be back. At least I'm not back bashing false prophets. I'm actually back to talk a little about the health care system in Liberia and how bad it is.
So let begin the ball rolling. The health sector, among there are many other sectors in the country, any country for that matter. What makes the health sector so important in any nation?
It is life. Health, first we have to know the meaning of health. If you have a good health, if your health is good, it gives you longer life, strength. So if your health is not good, it leads to death. So our health is very important. Having a good health is very important. Very, very important.
So how do you see the health sector in Liberia, in your country, your motherland? Too many things you're hearing while you're in the US. How do you see the health sector in Liberia, Princess?
Actually, it's not only about hearing. I was in Liberia. I've experienced how terrible the health sector is. And one thing I can say is, if I was not a nurse, I would have died. 2020, I volunteered in Liberia during COVID season. I volunteered to educate others about COVID. But during that time, I actually went to Liberia for a funeral. And I was pregnant and I miscarried. But I went to the first hospital. They said because I did not do prenatal care, I think we call it antenatal care in Liberia. They said because I was not part of that, I did not do that at the hospital, they could not check me. They could not admit me, they could not look after me. So imagine a pregnant woman in pain, bleeding, and you turn her away because she's not a member of the clinic. So we had to look for a hospital that would accept me. I was sent away. And that was one thing. The second problem was when I got to the hospital, I was accepted. We had to pay before they could see me. Another red flag. Our lives are very important. The thing about it is, if our health care workers were putting themselves in the position as the patient, you wouldn't request money first. This is life or death. You rather ask for money before you treat. We know it is a business thing, but there is no amount of money that can give you life.
Is that how it work in the US? You pay
No, it
before.
does no, totally no. It is.
Is that against the profession?
It is. You cannot refuse a patient. In the
Okay.
United States, everybody is accepted. They will take you in. They will ask you if you have an insurance. If you don't have an insurance, they take your number, they take your ID card, and they're gonna bill you. You are gonna be billed, but they don't charge you upfront. No, the United States is not like that. So for me, that's what I experienced, and that was not even the worst. The worst was the doctor that even came to approach me. The thing about it is, I felt like our Liberian people don't know how to stand up for the truth, and they allow different nationalities to talk down on us. I came from the United States, but nobody knew that because the way I looked, I was basically in labor. I was losing my twins. So you know how a pregnant woman will look when she's in labor.
Mhm.
And so I was just like everybody else. And that kind of scared me because imagine those that actually live in Liberia, how are they treated by the nurses and the doctors? The doctor did not greet me. He walked in, told me, open your legs. And I felt
Mm.
very disrespected and humiliated. And I told him, and they know me, my name is Princess Moore. At that time, I was married to my ex, Princess Moore Cole. And he said, open your legs without greeting me, Israel.
Mm.
I was shaking. And right in front of me, they brought a tray with the equipment he was about to use on me. He asked for disinfectant. This guy poured the disinfectant in front of me.
Mm.
Me being a nurse, I'm already panicking because I'm like, this is like, I'm bound to get infection because this guy is doing. They didn't sterilize nothing. He was pouring the disinfectant in front of me to use that on me. And then
Mm.
told me to open my legs without even greeting me. So I told him, I said, you are not going to touch me. We had our Liberian doctors there, but we had a white doctor as well.
Okay.
And then the doctor was like, what did you, he said, he asked me, what did you say? And the white doctor said, she said, do not touch her. You did not greet her. She doesn't even trust you to touch her. And she's actually a nurse from the United States.
Was it a white doctor? And I'm telling him.
It was the white doctor that was telling this guy. My Liberian doctors did not say anything. They stood there. This guy humiliated me and told me to open my legs.
So
And
the
they
guy
didn't
that
do
spoke to you,
nothing.
the guy that spoke to you, was he a different national?
The guy that spoke to me, yes, I think he was from Nigeria, if I'm
Okay.
not mistaken. And when the white doctor told him what I said, that's when he apologized. And
Hmm.
then he said, please open your legs. And then I then became a little comfortable because of his approach. But previously I said, you're not going to touch me because I am a nurse and I've never seen my doctor talk to any patient like this. You don't
Hmm.
greet, you don't introduce yourself. The only thing you tell me is open your legs. I don't know you. I like open your legs, like very disrespectful. So he apologized and I allowed him to do what he had to do. But besides that, the nurses, I have problems with the way they did things. A nurse came in my room and told me that she had this injection for me.
Hmm.
And I was like, what injection? She mentioned the name. I said, that's not mine. She said, oh, it's yours. Like, very rude. It is yours. I said, oh, you can't got no time for day. You want to medicine? Take it. I'm not coming stay in the room all day. So I stood up because I was kind of weak because I was under anesthesia. So it was wearing out of my body. So I stood up. I mean, I sat up and I told her, I said, that's not mine. She said, it's yours. And I said, it's not mine. So guess what? She said, isn't your name so so and so? I said, that's not my name. This lady walked out the door, looked at the room number, and realized that she was in the wrong room with the wrong patient. Now, what if I had not, what if I was not a nurse and I did not know how things work? She would have given me something. What if I was allergic to whatever she had? I would have died. They would have sent me out of the hospital. So a lot of our nurses in Liberia are not are not doing the proper things. So it's not only the doctors. I have so many friends and family that complain they rather die than to go to the hospital, and it's a shame.
So there was something you said, Princess, that the nurse entered your room with to say she said, I have an injection for you. I have an
Yeah, she
injection for
came
you.
with a tray. Yeah,
And only to notice that it was the wrong room she went in.
it was the wrong patient,
Wrong
wrong
patient,
medication.
wrong medication. So if you
Yes,
have not said anything, you have just injected you
she
with
would
that.
have given it to me. Yeah,
Wow.
and she was actually arguing with me. And
Wow.
then I even apologized when I told her when she realized that it was not me. That lady walked out and didn't say a word. And it is a lot. But today we're going to talk a little bit about it. That's why I'm here.
Okay. So that is your experience about so too many things are
That is one
happening.
of my experiences.
One of your experiences.
Next thing is
Mhm.
there's no HIPAA. And when I say HIPAA, there's no privacy. In America, we have a policy called HIPAA, and part of it is not discussing a patient's information with anybody. Whatever you do that you're held accountable, you could lose your job, you could lose your license. But in Liberia, when I went there, one of the nurses that did not work at that hospital, she works at Enfield. She actually, when my ex-husband had called to verify if I went there, she actually got my information
Mhm.
and gave it out to him. And that was my private information. And that is unacceptable. It doesn't matter who you know. You don't take your patient's information. First of all, you don't work in a hospital. She called somebody at the hospital and requested to, and this was the Catholic hospital. I'm gonna say it out there. I'm not here to hide anything. We need to stop it. So I'm gonna say it out there. So she called the hospital. She told my ex-husband, oh, I don't work there anymore, but give me a few days. I have a friend that works there and will go to get information about her. And they did. And that kind of bothered me that in Liberia, anybody can get your medical record
Hmm.
easily. My information was given to a stranger that I did not know.
Hmm. And that in the USA, I think you can be sued for it or your lesson
Oh, you
revoked.
can be locked up. They can arrest you for that. You can spend
But,
time
but
in jail for
they said
that.
that with all these experiences, they didn't realize that you was a nurse and then they were
No, you
treating.
see, when I go to Liberia, my brother, I act regular. So
Hmm.
I don't I blend in. I don't act extra. I don't act like I'm from the United States. I blend. You wouldn't tell me. Usually people tell from my skin color, because I don't know what it is about our skin color. But you will never know in my hair. You will never know. So when I'm with my friends, we regular. I'm regular. I don't. I'm not a showy type. No, I'm just regular.
So some of the things that happening in Liberia, like people who are not surgeons, they want to do surgery, they want to do operation. How do we identify these people that they're not who they claim to be in our different health sector? How do we identify them?
The thing about it is, I don't blame the people. I actually blame the Constitution if people are being held responsible. First of all, this is not the first time these things have been happening in Liberia. Unfortunately, it is coming to light now, but these things have been happening for years. I have people that have lost their family members and nothing came out of it. This is not strange. It's just that now maybe people are tired and now it's coming up, but these things been happening for years. It's very scary. The, well, when I was coming up, they called JFK just for killing because nobody, majority of people that went there didn't come up alive. So people are not held accountable, and that's the reason why these things are happening. People come in the United States, you cannot, first of all, before you even practice anywhere, you have to take a state test, especially nurses and doctors. You there we have they have certain protocols you gotta follow. You can't just get up and say you're a nurse. No. And then you cannot practice in any state.
Mm.
In order for me to practice in another state, I have to go through that state. So okay, right now, I when I graduated from school, I received my license from New York. And then I live in North Dakota. In order to work in North Dakota, I had to contact North Dakota State. They had to do background check on me before they would give me the license. They gave me the license for 1 year. After me working a year and no complaints, they extended my years to work in North Dakota. So if Liberia was having a system, if Liberia had a system where we could follow, and not everybody just comes out of high school or come out of school and declare they doctors or nurses, we won't be dying.
Hmm. But there are different. There are to determine who is a nurse. You see, there are different nursing schools around. Some are in schoolhouses, some are in church buildings, and they are running. You know, say yeah, people are doing first A, second A, and organ A. But it's like causing more, and people, princess, people are more afraid to go to hospitals in
Mhm.
Liberia. People, I don't know why people are afraid. With
They
the kind
have
of
the
news,
right
oh,
to
you
be
say your clinic
afraid.
will love you go inside, say do operation, you're down. So I don't know. The health sector in Liberia now, everyone is afraid to go to the hospital.
It's not structured and it's not disciplined, and they don't have people that are well trained for certain things. And let me tell you something. When I came 2020, and this is not to talk down on the Liberian nurses and doctors, but sometimes we need to grow. We need to learn. We don't want to learn. We When people come from the United States or other countries, the mindset of some people in Liberia is like you want to take their job. You cannot. When I COVID season, when I tried to even say some things, some of the nurses I worked with, they were a little bit hesitant. But when I told them that I didn't come for anybody's job because number one, Liberia cannot pay me what I make in the United States. So even me being here volunteering my services, I'm losing a lot of money in the United States because it was COVID season. People are making 3, 4 thousand a week, and I'm not even making $1 in Liberia. So it's not even about the money. So I had to talk to them. I just want us to, like COVID time, they said, what, take your handkerchief, wash your hand, wipe your handkerchief, put it in your pocket. No, I had a problem with that. You cannot wash your hands are clean. Then you wipe your handkerchief and put your handkerchief in your pocket. Then the next time you wash your hands, you pull the same handkerchief and wipe your hands. That's you are spreading germs. You wash your hand, you let it air dry. So you got no tissue to throw away. Like, girl, we don't have that. Maybe we don't have paper towel, wherever you go. We wash your hands and let it air dry. We disagreed, but then they understood that okay, this girl, I didn't come for nobody's job. I just saw things done differently, and I wanted to share what I learned in the United States. And that's the problem with some of us in Liberia. We don't want to learn because if we want to learn, I even wanted to do a program. I've spoken to some doctors. Can we exchange nurses from here?
Okay.
You bring them to the hospital to where I work, and you send us to Liberia. In
Hmm.
3 months, they learn. And then we see what's going on. And then the people that did not come to the United States, they will learn from us that left the United States and are with them. But our people back home, I don't know. It's It's real. That's why it's sad. Like, it's very sad. We don't want to learn. We are very envious, and we feel like somebody wants to take your job. Nobody wants to take your job. We want to be comfortable going to the hospital and knowing that we'll be treated properly and we'll come home alive. That's our problem. That's it.
So from your own experience when you came to Liberia and you go into the hospital when you were pregnant and the things you experienced in the United States, the nurses or doctors and the patient's relationship, how is it like? How do one engage the patient? Is the patient so precious? Well, let's see.
Oh my God. Our patient, they pay us. My patient pays me. So trust me, when you come in, I'm giving you the best treatment. And there is something that our nurses need to stop, especially when it comes to our pregnant women that go to give birth. The nurses, some of them, like, bro, are very disrespectful. They tell you, open your legs and push. Nobody told you when you're having sex. Nobody was there. Can you imagine a woman is in labor? She is in a position where she's bringing a life on this earth. Her, her body has taken a different turn. She could either live or die. And she's in your care. And instead of you making her comfortable, instead of you making her feel okay to push her child out, you are there smacking her, telling her, nobody is saying you to go do something. You better push the child out.
You mean that's what the nurses do in Liberia?
Oh, that's what they do. I have so many witnesses. Yep. I've asked, I asked questions. Even when I was in Liberia, I told you I lost my twins. And there were people I spoke to when couple of them said, thank you for coming. Since you talk to these people, they're talking to us with respect. A lot of them spoke. And besides them, I have so many friends in Liberia and in the United States. I have my platform that will talk about medical things. So many of them had terrible experience. One of them, first time I had sex, got pregnant, went to give birth. They made her feel terrible, insulted her. Like,
so you mean that's why they do mean on the big belly? Yeah, I hear too many experience about pregnant women. You have to treat them.
Oh yeah, they treat them terribly, and that's
how do people treat the pregnant women in the US? How do you treat?
What?
You don't shout out them. You don't, Princess. I will look at you.
First of all, we anything you want, you get. The only thing you might not get when you're so close to giving birth is food, because we don't want you to aspirate. We don't want you to choke. So we'll give you ice chip. But as a pregnant woman, when you're in pain, a nurse is there. It's gonna be okay. You want us to rub your back?
Seriously?
What? I just had a baby.
They don't say to them, push. That means say you push it. That means bring a man.
Oh, never. If they do that, they could lose their job. That's abuse. That's like nurses. I would say some, because I don't know to do, but some of them are abusive. That's verbal abuse. Yes, you can't talk to
the patient has right when you talk to them in that form and manner. Do they have right to respond or tell you?
This country, patient has all the rights. They tell you, we know that. This is the system in America. Your consumers, your customer has rights. You have no rights. The reason is you are gaining from them. They are paying you. When somebody is paying you, you give them the service that they paid for. Whether you like them or not. That's why we go through a lot of trainings. We go through trainings to respect nationalities, to respect religion, regardless of where you came from. When you come to work, you respect the one that is paying you. Your patient is the one that's paying, because when they come to work, when they come to your hospital, if they don't come, you don't have a job.
So you don't have the people. We political party you in.
What? So you crazy? You will lose your job. You talk to any patient, somehow you lose your job. The first thing is they're pulling you off the floor.
But then, Princess, why it will be this way in the United States? Some of our sisters who are nurses here, lesson nurses, they will leave and go to the US. Then they will want to obey, but in Liberia, they will not want to obey, change the profession. What is the reason?
It is because our health system, those that the board of nursing are not punishing these people. If
Okay.
they start to punish them, if they start to take people's licenses and arrest you for killing a patient because you gave the wrong dose of medication or injection, nurses will pay attention to their jobs. But there is no repercussion, there is no discipline. People do what they want to do and they go freely. So there's no respect for
It's like the patients in Liberia are not protected, not by
they
anything, not
are
by
not
law.
protected. They are not protected. And it is a shame. Like I saw this girl, the girl that claimed her kidneys were taken. She
Yeah.
complained a very long time
Hmm.
and she was not protected. A patient is complaining the hospital that took care of her should have quickly, not even, that's something you this is a lawsuit. But Liberia, I don't know. I actually, we don't have structure in Liberia, and those that they put in those fields are not implementing. You got to start from the top.
From the
If the
top.
boss is big, oh, you got to start from the top. It's not from the bottom. It start from the head. When your head is okay, your body will be okay. The head is not okay. Okay, they can say what they want to say. Head is not okay because if they head, first of all, the doctors, a lot of them, you go to these hospitals, there are no medications. A lot of them have the little drugstores. Everybody got drugstore in like a little small corners. Not everybody should be selling medications. What are you
Hmm.
selling? Everybody got. I've been in Liberia. Everybody. Let me tell you a story. Somebody that I know. Okay, there was her neighbor that was sick. The lady called her and she said, "When I come from work, I will bring something for you. I'll give you drip." She came home and gave the lady drip. Nobody should be practicing anything invasive procedure at your home.
Okay.
Number one, that's stealing. Number two, that's risky. What if this patient was allergic to whatever you were giving her? Where is your antidote? What are you going to give her to reverse whatever you put in her system? They steal their medication from the job, they bring it home. Everybody got a little clinic. They're treating people at home.
So
That
you
is
mean I'm working at the Redemption Hospital and I'm living in the community and community dwellers are now well and they come to me. I can treat them home.
no, you are not supposed to treat them home. No, you don't. Do you
Oh,
have a clinic? Are you registered as a health professional to take care of? Are you registered as a health professional to take care of? Do you have a clinic? Do you have a doctor that you are under? How
my
can a
sitting
nurse
room. My sitting room.
how can a nurse have a clinic without a doctor? How can a nurse perform medical duties at home? How?
Hmm. So
We need structure, we need
in a nutshell,
principles.
princess, is that you think the system need to be overhauled starting from the head. And if that
Oh
should
yeah,
be,
this the,
how do we do it?
the system needs to be scrutinized. We need to start from the top. We need to we and you know what, Israel? We need to have um continual education.
Hmm.
We need to have workshops. I it's just that things have happened, but I've been planning to do that with nurses that will want to listen. So just have little workshop to share what I've learned in the United States. Because a lot of nurses are not professional. And I will tell you something. I have a friend, I'm not gonna mention this friend name. This is a big person in Liberia. And I remember one time this person has pneumonia. And this person kept going to the hospital. He has a nurse that works for 20 something years. And he said that told him he had malaria. All right, so I was in Liberia for 3 months. Usually I go to Liberia for 3 months. So for 2.5 weeks, you still got malaria. They gave you medication. He went the second time. They gave him more medication. So when he called me that day and said he just got from the hospital, doesn't feel okay, I asked him a question. I said, what's when he said, oh, I got +3 malaria. So I asked him, I said, but 3 weeks ago you had +4 malaria. Now you got +3 and they gave you more medication. I said, don't you think the medication is not working? Don't you think that's another problem? This guy got very upset when I tell you that. Oh, you think you know too much, present? Y'all that in America, y'all think y'all know so much. He got upset. So I said, I'm sorry. I said, okay, can I ask you one more question? Before this nurse gave you this medication, Did she draw your blood? You were pissed. I've been going to the mall for years. The mall be treating me. People say you won't come tell me something that I've been doing. I was like, okay.
Arguing with you.
Argue with me. I am a nurse. When my patient comes, first of all, we are the doctor's ears. When a patient comes to us, they tell us what's going on. Your doctor is expecting you to tell him the problem before he diagnoses it. So when a doctor comes, when a patient comes, I'm asking you what's going on with you. What is your problem? How do you feel? How is your appetite? How is your headache? When you pee, what happens? How is your blood pressure? Let me check your blood pressure. I'm asking so many questions. I'm asking, like, women, when was the last time you had your menstrual cycle? Okay, how do you feel? When last you did your blood work? What is it? When you stand up in the morning, are you so weak? I'm asking different questions. The reason why I'm asking it because before I go to my doctor, to talk to my doctor, I must know something about the patient. That's why we went to school to know signs and symptoms of certain things. If a patient comes to me and tells me that they've not been peeing, but they have headache, like they're having severe headache, their head is pounding, and if they're not peeing, I know there's a problem with the kidneys. You don't have to talk too much. I know something is going on. Right there, I know what I'm going to tell my doctor. But the nurses, like this guy, the lady didn't do blood work. He complained. He kept complaining. But then he listened to what I said. I said, well, when people come, we draw blood. We send it to the lab. We tell the doctors what the patient said, and the doctor will say, draw some labs, do CBC, you know, lipid panels, or would liver panel or whatever. We'll do different tests. We'll run a whole test, BNP, and all of that, just so that the doctor can rule out your problem. So that's what I told this guy. So about 3-4 days after, it kind of clicked to him. But this guy had infection in his lungs. When he came to visit with some of his friends, I could hear, I don't know, your patient. He was not my patient, but because I've seen patients like that, I know what was wrong. So I went by his back. You didn't need stethoscope to hear the water in his lungs. You could hear it when he breathed. You could hear, that's how his left side. I'm sorry. That's how this guy left side, the left lung, you get, it was like a gurgling sound.
Yeah.
So I told you, I said, you got fluid in your lungs. Oh, he got upset. I got fluid in my lungs. I said, you got pleural infusion. He was mad. But then I told you, I said, I don't know why you getting vexed with me. You came with me, to me with your friends, and you tell me your problem, and I'm telling you what I think it is. Why don't you go to a doctor? You went to this lady, she gave you medication for malaria, and you got +3. From +4 is +3. That means the medicine is not working. And then I told him something. I said, we give out antibiotics. But before the doctor gives you antibiotics, we draw your blood, Israel. Because some bacteria, I don't care how much antibiotic you give that person, the bacteria is resistant to the antibiotic. That means nothing can kill that bacteria. So before a doctor gives you an antibiotic in the United States, we draw your blood, we send it to the lab to test you, to see what your blood is, what the bacteria is resistant to. So when it's substitute to a certain antibiotic, that's what you will get. But if it's resistant to that, you're not going to get it because you will not get healed. So that's why I told him. We went to this hospital, and I forgot the doctor name. That doctor was one of the best, a very young doctor. When we got to the hospital, he asked him questions. The first thing he did, he said, let me listen to your lungs. When he listened to this guy's lungs, he said, oh, it sounds like pleural effusion. At that point, my friend looked at me because that's what I told him.
That's what you told him before.
That's what I told him. He looked at me and said, I know you're coming to a princess. So the guy was like, are you a doctor? I said, no. He saw she's a nurse. He said, well, I think you should be a doctor. You want to work in my clinic? I said, I don't live here. I live in the United States. He said, well, the day you decide to live here, you can work with me. I said, fine. And then he told he was going to do x-ray, which I told my friend. Your lungs don't sound good. It's like you are drowning in fluids. This guy was upset. But everything I told him, Israel, was what the doctor told him.
It was just a confirmation of what you told
It
him.
was a confirmation. And I told him, I said, y'all make people don't want to tell y'all things because y'all feel like because we came from the United States, we know too much. But we don't know too much. It's just that we have seen it more. That's all. We've seen more of the problem. That's it.
Okay. Let's talk about it on King's 88.5. Princess Mo, she's a lesson nurse based in the United States of America. She's our guest on the program. Talk about it on King's 88.5. We're talking about the health sector. Let me break you. We was talking about this big belly something because it's one of the issue in Liberia. And most of the times, most of the people that go to the hospital, at the end of the day, they will do operations. They will do operation. Most of them go there, they will do operation. But when do we get to this point of operation? Most of the time you hear it, and then most of them come with this kind of complaint of, the way the people treat us, the way they talk to us. At what point should we be talking about operation? Most of the hospitals, you hear people that go there, operation. When do we do that? Is it always necessary to do it?
It is not, it is not necessary in the United States. For me, I had C-section with my son and with my daughter. My daughter was early, but I didn't have C-section with her. And I will tell you that I will tell you both instances. My daughter was preterm. She came very early. I had stress. My blood pressure was very high. So the doctors could not bring it down. I actually went blind in my right eye during my pregnancy. So when they realized they couldn't bring it down, they said we're going to do C-section. They gave me a pill to, speed up the process at first.
Yeah.
But it wasn't working. But then I prayed to God and my cervix, not my cervix, the baby head descended. So they said we're going to induce me, which is a pill they gave you to force your labor. So I had my daughter early. Now with my son was full term. He was not preterm. I reached 40 weeks with him. But the problem is, we went for them to induce me. They gave me this. They put a medication up my cervix to dilate my cervix. When they did that, it was supposed to progress my labor, to speed it up. But after 3, 4, 5 hours, my cervix was still closed.
Mhm.
Now my baby was in distress. And when a child is in distress, they're about to die. Other than mom, the thing about it was he started to get tired. And I wasn't feeling any labor pain. I was feeling a little pain, but it wasn't severe. But the doctors knew that if we allow her to push this child out, the child might not make it because we've given her medication and it's dropping the baby's heart rate. So now imagine her pushing this child out in a couple of hours. The child not going to make it because the child is already getting tired. The baby has to move to come through the uterus, to come through cervix, to come out of the uterus. So my son's heart rate was dropping. His blood pressure was dropping. They had to take me in to do a quick C-section. So I didn't plan on C-section, but I ended up having C-section because my child was about to die.
So it was based on the observation and the monitoring.
Based on the observation. But some doctors just rush to do C-section without even, I don't know. I can't. They need to say why.
In the this one about when patients are rushed to the hospital, sometimes on a critical condition in Liberia, they'll say, no bail, security won't open the door, no bail, no, the people call the play park or no bail. There, do you do it in the US when patients are rushed?
Before you become a medical professional, especially nurses, we take a vow, we take an oath.
Okay.
You take an oath to, regardless who the person is, to save lives. Regardless what situation it is, you must save lives. Even when you are not at your job site and you see a patient, somebody just falls, and I'm CPR certified, and this person just becomes unconscious. Although this person is not my patient, I must do CPR on that patient. I must save that person's life because I took an oath. I took an oath to save lives. So that's the thing in Liberia. If they are valuing their career, they are valuing their oath they took, they will have respect for human lives. But it's like they love money more than they love lives. And
You
it's
think
sad.
they take oath in Liberia? You think they add value to the oath, that
They
profession?
have no, they don't even, I don't even think they value their oaths because honestly, if you value your oaths, even those that work in the hospitals that tell you, oh, don't open the door until they pay, or you gotta pay before we get. My auntie died from that. My auntie died because they said they didn't have no bed. And when they called us, my mom sent money. The same people that said there was no bed available, all of a sudden there was bed available. The second problem was my aunt had sickle cell anemia and she had enlarged heart. And this is my problem with nurses too. Use your brain. I'm not insulting anybody. Please, Israel, please. They shouldn't take it anyhow. When I
No,
say
they won't. They listen to somebody else.
critical thinking, I don't want people to think I'm insulting them. This is not why I'm here. Use your brain. Critical think. This is nursing. Think for the doctor because the doctor is depending. What the doctors do, all they do, they prescribe. They look at the patient for 1 minute. The reason why they look at the patient for 1 minute is because they're going off of what the nurses told them. It's what we wrote. The nursing notes is what the doctor looks at. He comes to the patient, he verifies what the patient said according to the notes. He 1 minute, 2 minutes in America, the doctors don't even stay with you 5 minutes. They come in and they out because they have gotten all the information they need to know about you before they got to your room. Now, my auntie went there. My auntie had sickle cell anemia. My auntie had enlarged heart. The nurses put my aunt on drips. They're quick to give you drips. Number one, it didn't make any sense. How can you give somebody IV fluids when their heart is enlarged? When a person's heart is enlarged, that means the heart muscle has pumped like the heart muscle has stretched out because it's working over, it's doing too much. The fluid in the body, fluid overload is too much. So the heart keeps pumping, it's not resting. It's just like we go to the gym, you pump your muscles, it gets bigger. That's the heart. The heart gets bigger because the heart is a muscular organ. So when it pumps too much, it gets bigger, the muscles grow. And that's not good for your body because the day your heart stops, your heart gets tired, you die. So this is the case of my aunt. She has sickle cell anemia and she had heart, like enlarged heart. Now, as a critical nurse, as a nurse that is thinking, the heart is what keeps us alive. The heart pumps blood throughout the body. Sickle cell anemia, they feel pain. The reason why they go through that is because instead of their red blood cells being round, it's like a sickle. It's cut like when the moon is half, the cell is cut in a shape. So it has some sharp edges. Those sharp edges poke through the blood vessels. So patients that have sickle cell anemia, they feel that. They feel the pain. Some of them, because of that, their oxygen level is low because your red blood cells help with the breathing and muscle, and so forth. So because the cell is not fully round, it's like a sickle, it's like half moon, it's sharp, they feel a lot of pain. But as a nurse, you have to critically think, okay, we want the cells to move freely through the vessels. If you get more fluid, it will pass to. But this is not a life or death situation. Your life or death situation is a person's heart that is failing. You don't give it more fluid for the heart to pump and shut down. That's what happened to my aunt. She was on her third bag of drip when my cousin called me. My cousin was happy. She said, "Oh, mommy, it's okay that, y'all, tell me, you're taking for the money. They just gave her a bag. She on her third bag of drip." I said, "Wait, third bag of what?" She said, "Drip." I said, "Drip?" I said, "Jonette, no. My cousin, she's a pastor." I said, "No, Jonette, they can't give her drips. Her heart isn't, let's say her heart gonna stop.
Hmm.
Unfortunately, before my cousin could go to the hospital, my auntie died. Her heart stopped. The heart was overworking itself. So as nurses, we are supposed to critically think. In the United States, we have priorities. We have patients that you give medication to when they're in pain. We got different. First of all, the first patient that we take care of is a patient that cannot breathe. That's our first priority. If a patient tells me they are in pain, another patient is bleeding, the other patients can't breathe, I'm going for the one that can breathe. If a patient has a gunshot wound to his head, bleeding, and I have another patient that has a gunshot wound to his arm, I'm not going to the one with the gunshot wound to his head. You know why? Because he's bleeding in his head, he could be brain dead. I'm not wasting time on you. I'm going to the one that has it in his arm because there is a chance of him living.
So
So we
it's
have
not
to
against, it's
critically
not
think.
against the profession. It's not against the
Oh
profession.
no, it's not against the profession. That's
Okay.
that's how you pass your state board. That's how you pass your NCLEX because they ask you questions that you have four multiple choices. All four questions are correct. All four answers are correct. But
Mhm.
you have to pick the best answer. So that's the trick with nurses in the United States. They give you correct answers, but critically thinking. Our nurses are not critically thinking. Some of them don't give the right medication. We
Okay.
have six rights in America: the right dose,
Okay.
the right medication, the right time, the right patients, the right to refuse. We have all those rights. That means when you go to a patient's room, you don't just go get medication. No, you ask the patient. The patient has to identify themselves. So I already know who I'm going to. But before I give you your medication, I'm asking you, what is your name? You give me your name. What is your date of birth? They gave the date of birth. Guess what? We have people that have the same date of birth, same name,
Yeah.
first and last name. So I must ask something about you that differentiates you from another patient.
Hmm.
Before I give you that medication, I have to look at the doctor's order. Do I have the right order? Did the doctor tell me to give you 5 milligrams of not morphine, 5 milligrams of, let me see, oxycodone, a pain medication. We have 5 milligrams. We have 10 milligrams. We got different doses. So, what did the doctor tell me to give you? So, before I come to your room, I'm verifying, I'm looking. We do the 5 counts. We do the 3 checks. You pull the medication up, you look at the medication, you look at the patient's name, you look again. You're supposed to do it 3 times before you pop the medication. You are checking to make sure you have the right medication, the right patient, in the right time. This person is supposed to get this medicine. In the United States, when you don't do that, you get medication error. It is sent to the board of nursing. When the board of nursing realizes that you are giving people the wrong medication, they revoke your license. They take it from you. You are not qualified to take care of a human because you could kill the patients. So in Liberia, they don't do that. There is no accountability. You
But
just give medicine.
the issue of I see in our country here, people get sick when they rush you to the hospital. The first thing that comes to mind, drip.
Drip.
Whether you got yellow journal,
Diabetic.
that drip.
Drip. How can you give somebody IV? How can you give them drip when it has sugar in it? It has glucose in it.
Hmm.
It has sugar. So if I'm diabetic, and then this is the thing, they kill you, and then they tell your family to get you out of the room.
Hmm.
You killed it. You didn't even do blood. And you know what, Ezra? A lot of provinces like when we go to Liberia, either you got malaria or you got typhoid fever. They don't even check to make sure what really is wrong with you. Those are the two things they put
That's
on
the two things
people.
they bring up every time for you got malaria.
That's it. And they kill your kidneys. They give you things that so many people are dying from: high blood pressure, prostate cancer. Our men, enlarged prostate, they're not even being good. But they start giving you typhoid fever medicine, things that you don't need. If we are doing labs, trust me, if the doctors start to actually not just prescribe medication, and the nurses don't just give you, and they actually listen to the patients complaining. And because we are our patients advocates. I'm an advocate. That's what I swore to do. That's the oath I took. My life. I I chose to save lives. It's an oath. Let me tell you, Israel, I have, when my patients die, I cry because we try our best to keep them alive. I have broken ribs doing CPR. Want the patient to live, the patient I'm breathing, we take turn. You see nurses trying to bring their patient back with pumping. I get tired. I say, help. The next person comes. I'm pressing the NPU bag. I'm trying. The next nurse is pumping. We want that heart to pump. We break. You hear the ribs cracking because you don't want your patient to die. You're trying everything to save your patient. But in Liberia, I don't know. We don't value lives. That's it. We don't
Okay,
value lives.
we're running to open the lines, but let's
Let's
uh,
open it.
these are simple things that you are sharing with our people that happen day to day and our different health areas across Liberia. Most of the time, Princess, you go like I saw a few nights ago. I was sitting around the Redemption Hospital. I saw the training nurses. They are training them. They said, and when people are on training at most of the hospitals I see in clinics, when people are on training, Princess, do you allow this training to administer drip to check the pulse of patients when they are on
Okay,
training?
so we do,
Okay,
because I've trained a lot of student nurses, but I have to be by them. The
be bad.
reason why you allow, yes, you have to be. The reason why we allow them to do that is because when they become professionals, they are going to be on their own. So they must do clinicals.
Okay.
They have to. They must have hands on. You because when you go out there, this is you and your patient. So how do you become a productive nurse or a practical nurse, a nurse that's hands on, if you don't practice before getting out there? So we do. I train a lot of nurses. I will actually send you one of the students that I trained. She just
Mhm.
graduated,
Okay.
and I was so happy because she asked me, she wants to come to my job to work to learn more from me, and I was grateful because she was a good student. She was ready to learn, and I was so proud of her. I was saying the message, very young, beautiful young girl,
Mhm.
but we have to do hands on because I did hands on doing clinicals, and this makes you confident. And something I want to say, please, I didn't want to forget that our nurses, your patient is sick, and you are talking, you are having conversation in the hallway. When I was in Liberia, when I was in the hospital, nurses were very loud. They were talking loud. They were having personal conversations. Some of them were on their cell phones on Facebook. Some of them had shoes that are flat black shoes, like shoes you can wear to church. I'm not degrading anybody, but I'm just saying, as a professional nurse, you must wear a nursing shoes. In case of emergency, you are able to run. When you walk with those regular shoes that we wear to church, your patient does not feel okay. Imagine them here, imagine your patient has a headache and you are walking in the hallway. First of all, you are disturbing with your noise. You're having a personal conversation and your shoes making noise. It was very irritating to me because there was no silence. Nurses having conversation, nurses eating in the hallway. Oh, the other one, make her go get all her food. Very unprofessional. You don't talk like that. Your patients are the ones that are paying you. You're not working free. Even if the patient does not put the money in your pocket, the reason why you are working, you have a job to take care of people. So those people are the reason why you are working. Treat them with respect. If we can change this in Liberia, people would not be afraid to go to the hospitals or to go to clinics to be treated because they will trust the healthcare giver. You know?
So you was talking about that. That's important. In the house, I see it most of the time in our hospitals and clinics. Nurses are seen with their There are phones and patients are coming, they are playing with it. In the US, it happened like that,
You
and
are
nurses are playing with
terminated.
their
They
cell
tell
phones
you,
and
oh, you
their
fired.
earpiece are in their ear.
Oh, you fired.
You fire.
You
Nurses
fired
fighting to
because
put
they
their
have
earpiece in.
policies.
Hmm.
They have policies now. Okay, if you have a supervisor that um maybe knows you, they might advise you, but they writes you up. Like I did an orientation yesterday, and the policy said it. If you are caught with your cell phone, it's termination. Because guess what, Israel? My patient comes to me to take care of them. Imagine I'm talking on the cell phone and this patient had a surgery. They want to use the bathroom. Okay, let's say the CNA or the person, the aide that's supposed to take them to the restroom is not there. But the nurse, I'm standing there. Or let's say the aide is there, but the aide is on her cell phone or his cell phone having conversation with somebody else. And your patient needs help. And this patient falls and hits his head and starts to bleed and the patient dies. If you are not on your cell phone, you would have heard the patient calling for help. So cell phones are distraction. We have high policy. You don't talk on your cell phone. When you are caught on it, you are terminated. I have nurses. I mean, I have aides that work with me. I'm a charge nurse, so I do have nurses who work together, and I'm also in charge of people. So you can't. First of all, you can't have conversation in a patient's room. You want to talk? We have place to talk. You can't be talking. You in a patient room. You on your phone. You got earpiece. You have it. How do you hear your patient?
And
How
some
do
of them
you?
have been stopping drip, then they get an earpiece to that ear in a pocket.
Oh, you terminated. You out of the building. They're walking you out. You are no. We have zero tolerance for being on the cell phone. No,
Hmm.
you can't be. You can't. You can't. Mm-mm.
Talk about it on King's 88.5. Brings us more. A lesson nurse based in the United States of America. So our guest on the program talk about it. We're talking about the health sector in Liberia. Too many things are happening. And she's sharing with us things that don't happen and shouldn't happen anywhere in the world, especially in this area of perfection. Before we open the telephone lines, Princess, all these and thank God you came to Liberia. You had your own experiences, and you were shocked. And you see me centering around B Bella because those are the main people that can feed the pinch. Those are the main people that suffer in Liberia. B Bella, you
And
pregnant, you go
those
to
are the
hospital.
people we hold. Those are the people in the United States we hold so dear to our hearts
The
because
pregnant
guess what?
women
They are breaking. Oh, we cherish them. They are bringing lives to this world.
in Liberia,
We
the pregnant
care
women
for
hold it to
them.
your heart. You might
We
hear one man
see
calls
hold
again.
them to our hearts. Yes.
But yet, yeah, the people will tell you the nurse can slap people and where your man, call your man, go on outside.
Oh no. Let me tell you, when I was in labor with my daughter, I grabbed the nurse's hands. I was screaming. When I tell you they helped me, I think I broke somebody's finger. They helped me. They told me breathe, breathe, push. You
Talking to
want
you
the best?
nicely.
Oh, breathe, push. And I pushed. With my son,
Hmm.
I had epidural. The needle was hurting my back. I had to bend my back. They had to go to my spine. I had doctors in the room. I grabbed one of the doctors. I was
Hmm.
feeling the pain. I held him so tight, like you could hear the man. He said, "It's okay. You got this." He said, hold me, squeeze me. He said, don't worry about the
Hmm.
pain. I will take
In
pain
Liberia,
medicine after. Yes. The doctor
I hear
told me,
bad toy again. I mean, they won't send you to leave my hand.
who told you to go open your legs?
Yeah, who told you? That alone can break the break. That alone can break the patient down. They are
That
not
alone can
ready.
make you feel worse. And and then look, we look, our pregnant women, oh, we cherish them because they are carrying life. You know what it is to carry a human being in your body? That's a special gift. That's special. So we cherish all our patients. But our pregnant women, we don't play with pregnant women. No, we don't
I
play
was
with
asking
pregnant
you. I was asking you about the when people are rushed to the hospital, maybe on an emergency, and they will say no bed, go back. At times, even when no bed, do you accept the patient even in the wheelchair to
Oh
treat
yeah,
them?
we We accept them, and guess what? If they have to take care of you in the parking lot, they will come and take you in the
They
parking
will
lot.
do it.
Oh yeah,
Even if there is no bed and but they'll have to carry you somewhere in the hospital to treat you, they will do it.
they will treat you. I've been. Let me tell you, when you come, most cases the emergency room is filled. Sometimes there are problems where when you go to the emergency room, you see a lot of patients waiting. But guess what? They start to treat you right there
Hmm.
because you need urgent care. You need quick. If they don't treat you, you might die. And if there is no room, you will stay in a waiting room and
You will
get
not
your
tell them say no bed, no bed. You carry bad, you carry that person bad, no bed, no bed.
no.
Security
We don't.
shouting, you carry
No, we
patient.
don't send patients home. No,
You
no.
don't. And
No,
that
the
should
only
not be
patient
that,
that they will send home usually is when a pregnant woman comes, thinks she's in labor, Braxton Hicks, contractions. She thinks she's in labor. They check you to realize that no, you're not even close to your labor date or whatever it is. That's the only time you will be sent home because you're not ready to give birth. They're not going to keep you in the maternity ward to occupy bed because you're not ready to give birth. So they will send you home. But if it is an emergency, you need help, you will be taken care of. Right? Whether you broke, even homeless people, you come to the hospital, you smell, you dirty, we will take care of you because we cherish lives. We
hmm.
cherish lives.
And you was talking about keeping people secret, their records, their medical records. Uh,
Um,
uh, you say it's actually against the law and it violates the rights of the patient. Uh, when do we do such thing? Is it by maybe by means of the law or maybe government requesting based on something that happens? Should we not disclose the records of the
you should
patients?
never disclose a medical record like you. Let's say your wife. Um, you guys are married and she comes to ask information about you.
Okay.
As a nurse, we are not supposed to give that. We must have your approval, your consent. You
Okay.
must write it down. You when you come, we ask you questions. Who do you want us to share information with? Because not everybody that's married wants their partner to know certain things about them.
Mhm.
There are some things that people don't want their partners to know. So it is your right. You are our patient. We listen to our patient. So when you come to me as a patient and you come, the first thing is the HIPAA form. We have a HIPAA form. And I'm going to give you the definition of that because I wanted to share that on here. I know Liberia cannot have that fully. I'll actually type it in the chat so people can know what it's about. But I know Liberia does not have that fully. But we could take some key points from there and start to implement that in our health sector. In that way, we have people held accountable for for the things they do, the mistakes they make. If we
Mhm.
start to follow those principles, we will not have a lot of deaths, we'll not have a lot of malpractices because we are training people the proper way, you know? So I'm gonna put that in a comment section. And this is what we go by. Every health facility, it was created 1996. And let me see here. It's called, okay, I just put that in. HIPAA, I will read it. Our HIPAA is the acronym for the Health Insurance Portability and Accountability passed by the Congress in 1996. HIPAA does the following: provides the ability to transfer and continue health insurance coverage of American workers and their families when they change or lose, reduces healthcare fraud and abuse.
Hmm.
Industry-wide standards for healthcare information on
Okay.
electronic billing and other processes, and protection and confidential handling of protected health information. So when they hire you as a healthcare professional, before they hire you, you have to sign this form. We all sign these forms. You are going to uphold the policies. You cannot talk about your patient. You are not even allowed to discuss your patient in the elevator. The only time you are allowed to discuss your patients is with the doctor at a. We are not supposed to talk in the elevator if it's not me and the doctor alone and other people discuss nothing about any patient.
So you don't
No,
discuss it with your colleagues and you go sit down in the hallway, they'll be talking. See that one inside there, you're talking about depression?
oh no, you're not supposed to. You are person's right. They have the right to privacy. You have to protect your imagine. Okay, let me tell you something. There are some people in Liberia that knew about it because the nurses don't shut up. Your patient comes to HIV. Is it your business to be announcing they have HIV? No. If let me tell you, America now, let me tell you what we have. We have a system now, the computer. The CNS have access to the computer, but they don't have access to. I have access to my patient's background information, diagnosis, their past medical history, medications, what they are doing right now, what the doctor said about them, what the nurse that came before me said about them. I have access to those things because that's my patient. But if that is not my patient, I cannot have access to that. So nobody out information on my patient. It is wrong.
Okay. Talk about it on King's 88.5. Princess Mo is my sister and she's my guest. And I think we're going to find possibilities of on our show, maybe during the week, a few minutes of our time to, talk to our people on some health matters and educate them on some issues. And she will sometimes bring some other friends, across the states to also join us in these conversations because our health sector is challenging. And if we don't have people to educate our people, to talk to our nurses, that's going to be bad. Finally, before I open the telephone lines, from your intro, I heard you talking about you had this plan of moving some nurses from the US to Liberia to the US, comparing those education. Why do you still have that plan? Do you think
I
are you
still do. I still do. I still do. I have some nurses that are Americans. I have some nurses that are Africans.
okay?
I have some nurses that are Jamaicans, work together in I was in Liberia January. So I was doing some medical things and they really loved it. And I told them, I said, why don't you go to Liberia? And they're really, princess. I'm like, yeah, it's fun. Let's go and educate people. Let's go and help. Let's volunteer. Let's exchange. It's because honestly, in the United States, we have equipments, we have medical supplies. When I was in Liberia, something I noticed, the medical supplies, the nurse came, the needle she used to draw my blood was very long. It was very painful. Before you find a vein, if you have a patient with a vein that disappears, with that needle, by the time you find it, the vein will collapse. Now you have to look for somewhere else to find a vein. So the needle was too big, but I had to allow her to do it. Number two, my blood started to waste on the floor. She just grabbed it. What if I was infected with HIV? She did not wash her hands. She went to the next thing. On the bed that I was in, when I looked at the wall, there was blood stains on the wall. You could get hepatitis B. You could get infection. There are some bacteria that stay for 9 months. For 6 months, they don't die. So I could rub on that. Although the blood is there, that virus is still alive. That bacteria is still alive. But my blood drip, she just wiped it off and kept it moving. There's no infection control. It's risky. You have to treat your patients as if they are infected. You don't know what they have. That's how we treat our patients in the United States. Everybody is considered infected. We use gloves. Every fluid is considered infected. I don't know. When you're coughing, you spit it. I'm not going to wipe your spit just like that. No, I'm putting on gloves because I don't know what you have. So I will consider you as an infected patient. But, we're not protecting ourselves either. And I'm still gonna do that because I have doctors that I spoke to sometimes. I got my other doctor and I told him, I said, would you like to come to Liberia? He said, sure, when are you going? So I put it in their ears so that when the time is right,
Okay.
I would ask them. I have some nurses that agreed that they will come with me because they saw what I was doing. They said they would love to just, even if it's for 2 weeks, to just come. I went to Bentol the last time, and so many people had high blood pressure. So many people going through glaucoma because there's no education. I had to talk to them. Lower the salt. Too much salt can cause hypertension. It affects the eye. It affects the pressure in your eye. It affects your heart. They didn't know that. People blood pressure or 200 over one something. That's a recipe for heart attack. Because the more your blood starts to pump, you get blood clots, cardiac arrest. Things happen. So
Okay. All right, so let's open the telephone lines. Let's take your interactions right here on Kings 88.5. Let's talk about it. Princess Mo is our guest. 077-223-9933, 304497. The women line, you're the big belly, then you can ask the question. 07779800375. She's right here on the show. So let's go to the women line outside. Let's go to the main line. The main line. Good morning. Teresa.
Good morning.
Yeah.
Good morning.
I'm okay. Go ahead.
All right. This is Mr. Twins from the country of West Point.
Yeah.
You know what the CEO there has said? We, the nursing in Liberia, we are all guilty of that. I'm okay. I'm not working, but I'm a nurse.
Okay.
So let's just listen. What all he said, that's a fact.
Oh, lost him. Let me take another person. Good morning. Hello.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, Susie Babeko, I'm listening to you and the studio guys there. So now I want her to do, trying to get her to please to come and open nursing school here for our children to learn on our own. Because she's very good nurse as she explained to you. So I'm appealing to her to come in Liberia to come open nursing school. We have some children here do tests that want to learn, but the learning here is now quite correct like USA. So that's why I'm appealing to her to come and come open nursing school for our children. Thank you.
Thank you so kindly. Let me take Somba from Gambia. Somba, good morning.
Hello?
Somba, good morning. Hello? Are you there, Somba? I'm not getting you, Somba. Then I will have to call you back. Let me come to the women line. The women line 07779800375. The women I want you to call. Hello?
Yeah, hello.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Morning.
Yes, this is Satan Kazulu. I'm calling from the Oro.
Okay.
Oh, I want to tell the guests that are in studio there, I want to tell her thank you. Just what she explained about our nurses here. It is truth. Yeah, they don't know how to talk to the patients. I can remember 2022, I was sick, not known. I came down with fever, and sugar. We went then JSK boss here. They said there was no bed and bed was there. I sat down in the chair, imagine from 8 o'clock to 4 o'clock. Yeah. From 8 to 4, taking drip. Can you imagine? So what she's saying, I really want to tell her thank you. The stand that she's taking, let her take that stand to bring people and nurses here to educate our people because they are not educated. Yeah, very few of them. And I want to tell Mary Nyankwe at the JFK hospital, thank you. She's doing well there because she was one of those that morning when I was admitted. The people said the nurses, they just came outside, they look at me, they said no bed. Then they went back inside. Luckily, Mary Nyankwe came outside. She said, oh, Oma, what's wrong with the Oma? Then one of the nurses told her, we went to check for bed, no bed, and which bed was there? She said, let me go there. When she went upstairs downstairs to the emergency, bed was there. That how she told my daughter, she said, you carry the old man inside. So I just want to tell you thank you. And your guests, I want to tell her thank you. They say that she's taking, let her take it to help this country. Because like the Liberian nurses, some of them are way behind time. They just join in the field because they want to join there. They see other people wearing the white, so they want to join there. Thank you very much.
Thank you so kindly. Thank you. Let's take another person. Good morning.
Yeah, I am money for.
Okay, go ahead.
I don't want money for 2 for today. Anyway, I tell the guests are in the studio where I tell her, take it this morning. That's true. They put a kid at that on they will be looking on Facebook, they be kids on a post cherry profile, people murder them. So I tell her, thank you. What all she said that's true.
Okay.
But boss, yeah, I tell you, take it the money, yeah, Papa. Hello?
You. Yeah, thank you so kindly. Good morning. Good morning. Okay, this line, and let me go to Australia. Let me go to Australia and talk to. Yes, let me go to Australia. Good morning.
Thank you so kindly. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hello?
Yeah, I'm hearing you. Like you get something in the background on. So
Yes, sir.
yeah, go ahead. I'm getting you.
Good morning.
Yeah, morning.
You getting me now?
Oh, I think that would be from your end. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. I was calling, then you called me up. I said this is the from the country of Western. How the woman has said that to start in Liberia. But me, I would advise that if she is here, yes, she must call for that washer. I would love to be part of it.
She's not yet. She's not yet. She's in the US.
I will be there soon. I will contact you.
But she said she will be coming down soon. She's in America, but she'll be coming down soon.
We'll do the workshop.
Okay, if you just come, then I want to be part.
Okay.
Because we are in error in all aspects that she stated.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you so kindly. Let's take one more to the main line there. Good morning. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, brother.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, brother, I don't want to call you different today. I thought about if parents denying us on the horse, if they brought an Abraham, why you take my number? Or you say you're going to call me, but now you see call from you.
Okay, so you visit the station tomorrow? You said you visually can prayer?
Tomorrow?
Yeah, visit the station tomorrow. I'll talk to you.
I think if you call me, if you give me your number, I mean, I'm going to call you already.
Yeah, I come to the station, I begin security reason. I can call my number.
Right.
Yeah, right. Yeah, come to the station.
What happened to him?
Yeah, he's I think he said his people putting out because of his decision to support a particular political party. So they throwing out. So yeah. So let's see if we can get this our sister. Good morning. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, I'm hearing you. Go ahead.
Hello.
But I don't know what's happening to this lounge. I'm trying those in the diaspora. Let me try Sumba from Gambia. Good morning, Sumba.
Good morning, Israel.
Yeah, Sumba. Go ahead. Let's get you.
Hello.
Yeah, I'm hearing you.
Hello.
Oh, but then there is problem with this phone. I'm going to switch it off. I want too many persons on the call from the diaspora. Let me. Morning. Good morning.
Yeah, this is my B calling for the PhD community.
Okay.
Then that Wusi man, I just left the land.
No, that Wusi. No. You're not listening to the radio. Wusi not call on the show.
Oh.
No, Wusi not call. So you got to monitor well. Wusi is session. Good morning. Good morning.
Morning, bro.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, please, I'm tired of still get this money. Thank you for your nice day. One more time and water, so watching and they treat them at the passing in the same situation. They were having pain, and that's when they enter. Without IQ, the other one said no, she can build up and say, the other one said no, she can't build up and say, they care to the ORS. The tonight, the upper one, the beyond the poor, and she died. They be with the run about her. So, the poor can say, no, babe. They make so killing our people, killing our people. They beg and be like they say no pay, and tell you go behind it, you go there, $15, $20, $25 before they will say, okay, can we go face they pay for you. That the thing that going on in Liberia, we're appealing to her that she can and do the worship.
Okay.
Listen to it. Thank you.
She will come. She was to come. Good morning. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, boy. We are saying.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is my what is supposed to be. I want to say thank you to my daughter this video. I want to tell her thank you very much, but I want to ask a question. You know, something happening to me, my heart can be beating fast. Then my tongue, in my mouth can be numb. My feet, everything can be numb. And I go so that my body can say that cough on, that malaria, all I want. So I really want to leave.
Have they checked your blood sugar?
Thank you this morning.
She said to check your blood sugar.
Yeah, anytime I went to the clinic, they say my sugar all red. My sugar all red.
Did they check it? Did they test it?
I'm not from yet. Almost 1 week now, my heart dead beating. I didn't be drinking water. I didn't drink plenty of water.
She said her heart beating fast.
Your heart beating fast, yeah.
She got seconds time on her right now. Like a clock with taking time. Well, we can check the second. Cause I want her to check something. I want her to do something for me.
Mawade?
Yeah.
I want you to do something for me. Let her grab her hand, right?
Yeah.
Let her find her pulse. I want her to pay attention to something.
You able to find your pulse on your hand there? She said you find your pulse.
You play what beating, yeah?
Yeah, they play with beating on your wrist.
Maxine?
No. You see how we can put our wash on our hand?
And the player can put the water on her hand, yeah.
Yeah. And I read on my hand, the player can put the wash.
Yeah, round your hand. Don't use your thumb. Don't use your thumb because you got
I see the place.
Yeah, don't use your thumb. Use your 2 fingers. I want you to feel it.
Yeah, I seen it. How is
it beating? Is it beating? Boom, boom, boom. Then it stop? Or is that going?
It's beating.
How is it beating?
How is it beating?
It's beating 1-1.
Really fast?
Okay, so maybe we'll talk to her later on that. Let me come back to this. Those of you in the diaspora, please call back. Sorry, try to make sure that we can have you. So those of you in the diaspora, let's take a few of your calls. Call us on 0 +2 3 1 886 304497. We sincerely.
Before we move forward, I want to say something with her. She might have AFib. We call it AFib fibrillation. What happens is that the heart starts beating. Sometimes it beats so fast that you could feel your heart palpitating. What heart palpitation is really high, and that could be.
I'm on there.
Okay, so let's hold you there, Princess. Good morning.
Good morning. Sorry, my line. I couldn't hear you guys when you were talking.
Yeah.
The topic is very interesting, and I just want to tell Princess, thank you for bringing us this topic. As a nurse as well, and I've have a lot of experience with the Nigerians and what have gone on. And I've been in Nigeria on many occasions where I went to the hospital and saw some things that was not good. And what Princess is saying is it's terrible for our country. The first thing with Liberia they need to do down there is to change the ambulance driver. Ambulance driver in Liberia, they don't know what paracetamol stands for. Ambulance driver should be a nurse or should go to school and know something about medical. But Liberia ambulance driver don't know. I was there once somebody was sick. They called to go pick up the person. They call the driver said, "Oh, I'm tired, I'm not going that tomorrow." Can you imagine an ambulance driver? The people don't know, like you said, they don't know how to talk to patients. We lack the professionalism in our country to talk to patients. You don't talk to patients like anyhow. We take patients in this place. We talk to them that we are talking to chicken egg.
Yes.
Here we go We learn now we have 8 rights of patients, right? The patient rights, the medication rights, the dose, the time, the reason. The patient have the right to refuse, but they just talk to you down there in that country the way they want to. Pregnant women suffer in that country. They will smash you, they will beat you. Who send you? You there? And all these people that come, most of them are mothers. When they tell you to sit down, you don't sit down. You sit down, you go, you open your legs. You don't talk to someone who is between life and death and trying to win life like that. They do that. They beat you. They scream. They be crying. They sit in the hallway. Like what she just said. They're on their phone laughing. It's so wrong. And one of the things they do in our country, they quit to give you drips. And we have a lot of different drips. We get Hammex. We get normal saline. We get potassium. We get sulfate. We get a lot of different drips. So you should know the kind of drip to get to your patient. You don't just give drips. And in Liberia, they only have 2 sicknesses in our country. Typhoid and malaria. Now that blood pressure adding up to a pressure adding up to and diabetes. You need to check your patient. You need to, in Liberia, nurses diagnosing patients, writing medication.
Okay.
Script for medications. You don't just get medication, you have all the medication in your homes. Okay. And those that go to these people for surgery, they need to know who they're going to. You go in the house dirty. The guy said, "This people will come in, operate you." Then you look at everything in there dirty, nothing clean. Then you are liable to lay down there. The things they bring in to use on you is dirty. Our people still need to wake up.
Okay.
From time when they ask, you say they want to operate you, need to find out.
Okay. Okay, so thank you.
Yeah.
We hope to have some time with you too from Australia. So you gave us the experience, comparing that to US and other. We hope to have you some too on the show to talk about the health sector. Thank you so much.
Definitely. I will tell you, just a second. Just this gone Saturday, I was sick. When we're talking about lack of bed, I was taken to the hospital. When we got there, there was no bed. But the ambulance, the people that took me there, they stay with me for hours before they found bed before that people leave. To stabilize them, to do everything before they left. Anyway, thank you, Princess.
Thank you so much. And thank you. I want to say thank you to all. Guess what? You see what I talked about continual education? I said 6 rights to medication. That was years ago before when I became a nurse. That's what I learned. But guess what? She said 8 rights. It is not 8 rights. They added the rights reason and the rights response. I didn't know that. Okay. I just learned that today. That's continual education. I didn't know that because when I went to nursing school years ago, we only had 5, it became 6 rights. So I learned something today. That's how nurses should be. We should be willing to learn. I learned that. I'm so glad. I'm so happy to see somebody.
Thank you, man. Okay, friend. Thank you from Australia. Yeah, bye. Thank you. Let's take Sumbai from Gambia. Sumbai, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. How are you?
Okay,
my brother. And good morning to your studio girl. Good evening to our side. About we are saying what the lady is saying. Like, it's true. That thing happened to me in 2000. It happened to my wife in ELWA hospital. These nurses will lead a woman in pain, and they go to sitting playing with their phone. But they send you there, you see. And if you see someone is already in pain, they are patient, they are sick, and you telling the person, say, "Oh, if you don't need to come to operate on you," it will make the person to feel somehow. Maybe you say, God forbid, it will cause for the person to die because they have never been through operation before. When you tell them, and at the same time, they're feeding another pain, are 2 different things. In the Gambia here, the people have their system set up.
Okay.
Like the way they set the system here. If your woman is pregnant 3 months and she go to the hospital, they will issue out the card to her. When they give her the card, back of the card, all the item when the woman did what she need, everything will be listed there. You see, now they will tell you, the husband, you'll be invited at the hospital. They will tell you, say, the time for your woman to deliver you have to be here yourself, or you send your relative that you trust, because you wouldn't be three in that particular, how they call it, delivery room: the husband, the wife, and all of the doctors. You see, because the place is a secret place. Because some people, when they go to dinner, all their friends, when they go outside, they sit down, they discuss it, and you're not supposed to be so. Nice is not supposed to do this one. Even doctors, that place is a secret place. You can go outside, start discussing your friend woman outside. You see, but like bro, we have that system. Our sisters, our mothers have that system, and we have to work on the system. Sometimes they will see that the patient is dying. They say no, bear, because you not give them money. The person will give them money. They cater to the other person. How they call it, when the patient, because you don't have money. It's not supposed to be so. But a good, she bring all the topic today, so that our people can be having, idea to this thing. Thank you so much, my brother.
Thank you so much there from the Gambia. I'll take one more from the diaspora, then we'll come back to Liberia. Good morning.
Good morning, Israel.
Yeah.
Good morning, Princess. Thank you for the education, my dear. This is my Rebecca calling from Minnesota.
Hi, Mom. Thank you for giving me this too.
Are you there, Israel?
Yeah, we hear you.
Yes?
Yes, we hear you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, thank you so much. And Princess, I'm lying down here. I'm at work right now. I'm lying down here. I'm like, oh wow, we got. And for me, I'm not a nurse, but I am an aide. Understand me? I am an aide here. And then yeah, we are here saving life in the United States here, and Israel, most of the time I in Liberia and in the hospital and other things. I was in JFK a year ago, 2013. No, not 2013, but 2023. My son's father was sick, and we took him there. And what I saw, it broke my heart. And when I turned to the nurse, I said, "Are you on Facebook Messenger and you're telling somebody to enjoy their eyes while my husband is laying down here, excuse me to say it, in Pampers? This is wrong." It broke my heart. After he passed, 2 days, my son was attacked on a motorbike. I took him to JFK. It's where I knew that in that country, when you see people going to people, even under the Zen house or in the palm bush for somebody to do surgery for them, because the hospital, the hospital did not dignify their value. So for the reason they prefer to go in it. The few times I saw an old lady that went to do help somebody to give birth, and then I think the person died and the baby died, and I saw the police and people there. They hang on her and they were taking her. I said, because that person decided to go, because when they go to the hospital, they don't get that treatment. They don't the way the people treat them in the hospital. How can a nurse doing a vital sign, then you on your phone? You on the earpiece is on you. Then you say you're doing vital sign. Then you telling the person on the phone, "Oh, I'm doing vital sign. I'm doing vital sign." About the talking that you are talking, and whatsoever that you're talking over there is the sound that will go in that machine, and you will not get a person heart rate.
Not getting accurate. Yep.
And Israel, let me be very frank. Our people over there, Liberia, nurses, doctors, they really want to learn. Most of the time, I tell them, go and read. When you read, you will learn. And we got nurses. You want sitting down in the studio right now. For me, I'm an aide. I'm a nursing aide. So I work in group and nursing home here. But you're a doctor. The only hospital I went to when I had an accident in Liberia, and I felt that I was in the hospital, was the 40 military hospital. I get your card here. When I got there, the way the nurses treated me, I said, "Oh wow, I didn't know that they got professional here." But JFK, Redemption Hospital, is terrible. Yeah, our people open on and let Liberians, especially the nurses, Liberian, don't open your mind and your heart to us. Yeah, our people come, yeah, our children, that your grandchildren, that land, yeah, they come to serve you people. Because life is, people dying too much because of so many things.
Okay.
Somebody's sugar is up, you don't know, they go to hospital, you put drip on them right away. For the reason, everybody that go to hospital, they get tired for. When any of your family person call you, I'm not feeling well, what happened to you? I get tired for. Everybody get tired for. They giving them drips. So Tisha, thank you for the education, man. And we really want to come on to help, but if only our people will open their hands.
Okay.
Because when I try to talk to the
We
nurses
will.
that day before I can leave Israel, when I try to talk to the nurses and say, "Oh, I don't like the way my patient was treated, especially my son father lying here," and then the girl is on Facebook and this that. You know what the other guy told me? This is because like he listened to my accent and like, "Oh, this is Liberia. This is not America."
Hmm.
So if you are nice or whatsoever you are, that only this is our own, this is our land. I felt so terrible, to be very
You
frank.
should post slap in that one ear so that he will know that.
Yeah, I felt so
Yeah, you
terrible.
should have
I felt
slap
so
him
terrible.
and getting real.
And,
Thank you.
and
So
this,
kindly. Thank you so kindly. I want to take Big Joe lastly, then I will come to Liberia because Princess want to hear you. Don't worry, I will eye your time there. I will eye your time. But these people in the diaspora too also need to share, with us. But let's take Big Joe before I come back to Liberia. Big Joe, good morning.
Good morning, Israel.
Yeah, let's hear
Good
you.
morning, Princess.
Good
Good morning,
morning.
Princess. I listened to Princess. Yeah, I listened to Princess and I was very impressed. I practice here in London as a nurse.
Okay.
Now, everything she said, she's very right. I can tell you for free, she can open your school. She can open your school. She has extensive knowledge in her field, and I admire her. But from all of what she said, like one of the things I'm noticing like there is system.
Mm.
The system has to be in place,
Mm-hmm.
and there has to be laws that will help the system. Here in the UK, they got what's called CQC, Care Quality Commission. If consumption of hospital for market cost, the people will pricing it. They go on every year to check how you know do they go on what's the interview the interview the interview come the hospital the end of the work the interview how they bring it
Oh, the network.
that
Yeah, the network there is bit troubling. But let's leave them there a little bit. Come back to Liberia. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Sir Asa.
Yeah.
And good morning to my daughter still there. Yeah, the thing when she's talking about the nurse that even my son, I went to you said,
Oh, she left the line. She left the line. Let's see this person. But when I call my sister dollar, I don't know what is. Hello.
Good morning, boys.
Yeah, money.
How you doing, sir?
We're okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, I want to add my sister in the studio.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, something happening to me, and I can't really understand myself. My whole body, my hand, and when I slap somebody, I can feel it. My whole hand getting numb. And so now when I eat small food, and try to come back, my whole stomach can rock you for a bit, and I can just be like the better woman.
Process of the liver. Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, he's asking, Princess.
I just.
Sometimes we eat the stomach and.
Oh, okay. So we have a condition. I don't know if that's what you have, but sometimes the symptoms are numbness. Sometimes when it's rising, you have like protruding belly, but I don't know what you have. It could be diabetes. I don't know. Sometimes the pancreas is not producing insulin, is not doing certain things. So I cannot diagnose. Nurses do not diagnose. What we do is when we hear some signs or symptoms, because we know a lot of medical conditions, we know what comes with it, we can quickly figure out what's going on. But the doctor is also diagnosed. I don't diagnose. But be cirrhosis of your liver, hardening of the liver, um, it could be diabetes, but if your fingers are numb and you are feeling, you say you feel pain. So it could be your nerves as well. But the stomach protruding or your stomach big as it has to do with fluids, something not functioning properly. There are fluids not getting out of the body properly. So I will go to the hospital and I will ask them to do a full blood lab work. Get your liver panel, your liver function test. Let them do C, CMP, like a lot of to check everything in the body, metabolic functions, because you want to know what's going on totally, and then we'll rule out what the main problem is.
Okay.
Because I don't diagnose because I'm not a doctor. That is not my scope of practice, but I could hear a condition and know because we study those things. We study med search, so that's what we know. So I could hear and just know that.
Okay. Charisma Swa, are you there?
Hello, Bob, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bob, I said, I was listening to the office, I was just listening to you.
Talk about it on Kings 88.5. Let me take this person from the limb. Ain't see problem?
Good morning, yes, sir.
Yeah, but load the radio now.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay.
And good morning, patient.
Princess, she's not patient.
Oh, okay, sorry, princess.
Okay.
It's so saddening that I take my time to call on the radio today. Anyway, I'm Jonathan B. Masiko calling from New Matari.
Okay.
And had a kind of a situation in Liberia, which of course I lost my 2 children at JSK. And just what our sister is saying on the radio, that's what is happening in Liberia. And I want to take my kids, but
are you there? Oh. I lost him. I hope he can call back, Jonathan. Good morning. Good morning. Okay. Good morning.
yeah, good morning, Israel.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, there's a brother of Samuel Rasta. I'm phoning him from Point 4 to be exact with you.
Go ahead.
Princess Mo, let me say thank you this morning for your education that you brought to our people. You know, what I'm constrained to call. Because can you imagine in Labrador, our nurses are politicians. They will sit in the hospital and see our drugs, and at the end when we go to them, they will say no pay. You will see them on their phone, but the only thing they care about is they're thinking about their profession, but they will say when you harmonize our salary, we harmonize your vote. Can you imagine whenever we go to the hospital, our nurses will even start their face, like we even making plan, like they're also in confusion. I want to use this police for treatment, man.
Prisoner, yo, she ain't embargo. I say you pay your way, good hell. Thank you, man. Good morning. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning,
everybody won't call. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm Mustafa calling from Banjam.
Okay, Mustafa, be audible so a princess.
Yeah, whatsoever that they explaining our doctor here in Nigeria is true. Not in for the truth. Especially our government hospital execution I can remember the 2023 it came out Matoro to vacation was pending. The couple on her. Now the case she can't inform about say again unless she go on her operation. It went on her. After that she filmed more than Monday. When they pour down, that gave him.
I guess she can see her and get her and people on herself. On which what she can do. But then when she get up, somebody will see they pay well say, oh, that's what you do on yourself. We tell her get back to the hospital there. At all or see to tell her back. The way that they say they are responsible. Because the person that they are doing well, you know, not there again. But till I get there to PB hospital, one plus there. Well, on her, in her staff, she can't have it to work. But the stigma that remain on her, she can born by herself again without surgery. See? Look, our doctor they are taking care. The doctor in the nurse most of stay our government hospital there. See, these are things they are doing. Okay. Now the stigma remain on my daughter. And when they say they come down, they say it can be so that you can't even get who make it. Because when they say this, that girl she can't do this bomb about so you can be no surgery. And so maybe they can be escaping or expensive. See, so that I think that happening now. Oh my God! What they stigma they really they
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's so sad. Thank you. You want to speak to her? Okay, but Princess will respond to all of you. Like you said, she would.
Yeah, I will respond. Yeah.
Yeah. Good morning.
Good morning, Israel, and I mean say good morning to Princess. Thanks. This is Edmoka. Thanks for the education this morning. And you know, Liberia story is a terrible one. Every sector. And you see, one of the things that Liberian wish the nurses that we are talking about, our syrup fail to realize, they don't know the difference between good and service. When you are doing good for somebody, it's different. When you subscribe to something I'm paying you, you are providing service for me. When you go to them, they feel that you are going to them for them to do good for you. No. You ensure you are trying to do good for Liberians by trying to raise money to help people. Why I pay you to do work for me? So you tell me to be, or you are doing good for me? I went to the hospital. The same thing I got talking over there. Just for hemorrhage. I took operation 2 times. Very big nice doctor. Work for JFK, work for Women on Hope, and then he got a own quote-unquote private hospital here at Tuporo. He said he gonna do that way. He said he carry me to JFK or to Women on Hope. I got that away on me. I almost died. Or went by to he could not do anything. Took me to Benson. From Benson, I took transfer to JFK. It was JFK. I did a final operation there with a foreign doctor. I told my people that I sue this guy. Leave it with God. That if God can bring the thing here in Liberia. The guy almost killed me. I went to JFK. We spent extra money. But you didn't see what happened to me to JFK. We went to JFK. The doctor that sort of performed the surgery he had 5 other nurses and something, a jail doctor. The medicine that they can put in you to numb you so that you be able to go through the operation. They gave it to one girl, brother. I get wasted all that medicine. At the end, the other junior that kid took the thing for her and put it in my back. It was late. Immediately after that surgery, what I thought to be 8 hours before they gave me another pain injection or whatsoever. After that operation, the next 2 hours, I already started feeling pain. But we told them, hey, they said you need to go for 8 hours. They were not willing to listen to my story. That whole night I was in that severe pain. Complete cry. They wouldn't do the man gonna tell me, say, oh, just forget for you close your eye, you sleep. They are told, say, if I was not thinking, I could have called my grandpa in the village so that she could have taken the pain from me and put it on you. That the only way that she could be scared. I said, you can close your eyes from pain and sleep. So this is why we go through in Liberia. The health center is somewhere you can go try. No, they're not try and error place. When you go to the health center, you are going there to put your mind to it, to learn and practice it to the best of their ability. And you know how to be a miracle. You know what they call life? So we need to try in this country. And the sixth thing when the guy talk about is true. If there's a sixth thing in place that when you mess up, they let you go, you go sit down, you don't have a job, you be careful with what you do. But nothing is put in place. Thank you, man, Israel. That's what we love Kings for. Thank you for the education.
Yeah. And you know, talking about pain, we learned that pain is whatever the patient tells you it is. So we don't judge the pain. I have patients that honestly, if you ask me if they're in pain, I will tell you no. You know why? Because some of them are addicted to pain medication. I know that. But because it is their right, a patient will be smiling, dancing. I have some patients that they set their time clock, they set their alarm to receive pain medication. This is a patient addicted to narcotics. This patient is not in pain. There is no way you own all of that. But guess what? This patient is addicted to pain medicine. When the doctor goes to see them, they tell the doctor that the pain is so severe. The doctor is prescribing pain meds. I know my patient are in pain because guess what? You were sleeping. You can't be in pain. It's impossible to be in severe pain and sleep. But I have to give the medication because that's what my patient said. My patient said he's in pain. What's the pain number on a scale from 0 to 10? Oh, pain is a 10/10. I'm going to give you the pain medicine because that's what you said. And I want to say something too before we go to the next. Now I want to talk about this record is fascinating. And I've seen some posts about people in Liberia, they degrade the CNAs. I see some of them do your poo cleaning job. They say they won't do such a job in the United States. But I will tell you, I respect my CNAs. My CNAs are my eyes. The reason is they spend most of their time with the patients. When my CNA tells me that this before you to do okay. So my CNA tells me that this patient does not look good in the morning. They woke the patient up and the patient looks somehow. Trust me, I'm listening to my CNA. You know why? Because that CNA is my eye. I'm not in the room with my patient all the time. I don't get them up. I only go to get medication, probably check some things, do their vitals or whatever. But I listen to my patient to my CNA because they tell me what's wrong with the patients. The CNAs know more about their patients. And let me tell you, nurses, we clean poop. I clean poop. My aides know that. When a patient poops on themselves and my CNA is not there, I clean the poop. I'm that nurse. So when I see our Liberian people in Liberia, they make Facebook posts degrading CNAs. Those people, we need them even in Liberia. You have people that will clean poop. That's not a degrading job. That is a job. Somebody has to care for somebody. It's a passion to bathe somebody. It is a passion. It is a gift. In Liberians, some Liberians in Liberia take it to be fun. When they do their cleaning people job, when you ask them for money, they send their money. Don't be talking to you anyhow. Don't degrade what we do in the United States. A job, and I respect every CNA because they are our backbones. Let me tell you, I love my CNAs. Know me, I love them. I love my CNAs because I don't function without them. We work as a team. And I respect you, Sis Rebecca. Thank you for what you do. To all the CNAs out there, I respect you so much. Keep doing what you do. And I will speak on oxygen when he
Okay.
picks the line. I will talk on
All
oxygen.
right. So I see all the lines today. So let's come to the women line first. Good morning.
Yeah, morning, Ezra. How are you?
Go ahead.
Yeah, Ezra, I don't know that I was there in studio.
Good morning.
Yeah, morning.
Yeah, go ahead.
That man, that's it.
Yeah, go ahead,
I
Mama Z.
got up any day morning.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. In April, my sister daughter, she was EP for JFA. They put, now say, no, she get out, and I said, what's it called? Use on again. She said, if I said, I said, you're going to look for medicine. Then I said, I don't want. They move for JFA, go all the way to Brussels, go look for medicine, they don't see it. When they were coming back, the medicine, right, the over the girl went to Ghana. That's the time how the medicine, how they bring it. They say, put my pay for it.
Why? You get a medicine. Why can't put it on the guy to pay for it? They tell you to go around. I go look for the medicine. The medicine die. They die until I do it. So that bad inside in the laboratory for hospital baby. You get money, say you will die. You will not get money, you will die. So my daughter, that one that's your hand. Your land is not free of picture. Yes? And they were thinking that Timothy of the other to cheer. So thank you, that God bless you.
Okay.
My daughter.
Thank you,
You
ma'am.
are cool. Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am. Bessie Chiere from Clarendon. Good morning. Hello? Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. But we are here.
Yeah.
Thank you. My name is President Boga, two representatives for Banose Estate.
Go ahead.
Okay. Thank you for the topic on the discussion. You see, Ekonje, I don't know what people will always like to criticize President Joseph Juma Boaka, because actually, since for the past 18 good years, we have never seen what the president has doing now. We
Are
have
you
never
following the
seen
discussion? My man, please get put here. We are Joseph Boaka. We're talking. We are Joseph Boaka to answer. Discussing that kind of discussion is Joseph Boaka said record. Good morning. Good morning.
Yeah, morning, Adrian.
Yeah, morning.
Now, let me when you put out a don't stop, won't stop. Yeah, anything that is not body, we put it one stop. Let me put out one stop. For Israel, for the record nations, and poker, Robert, and I join you this morning for our unknown destinations.
Yeah.
Israel, I know we are talking very sensitive discussion, or we are on a very sensitive discussion, but I would like to draw this to the laboratory attention.
No, it should be strictly on the issue. Don't go different place.
No, what I'm trying to say is if we are very chased, I tell you just now, I was rescued by speed.
No, Puka, if you just to go to the police, Puka, let's get on the issue, my brother. Let's get strictly on the issue, yeah? Let's be on this issue. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Brother Israel.
Yeah, let's hear you.
Yeah, this is Sadu Johnson.
Okay.
I said, thanks so much for the studio guest this morning. You know, we're going through a lot based on our nurses here. They are opposed to us. They bring disgrace to us. And I heard somebody saying JFK is a government hospital. JFK is not a government hospital. Because every time you go there, you will register everything, you will buy medicine, everything out there, you will pay for it. Even the very redemption are here. You go there, you must pay money. Before they can test your patient, we just carry my niece there. On an operation, she gave birth with twins. We spent over 20,000. And guess what? Their foot got stolen. And I mean, they charged her with our stolen legs. We saw all on it. So I was dressing the soul. So I said, thanks so much to say, Princess. At least if they listen to the radio this morning, you'll be educated from there. And she's ready to come with our workshop to train our nurses. So thanks this morning.
Okay, thank you. Good morning.
Gracias.
Yeah.
You say, Father.
So
with you. So what we are saying. Not just word.
I don't know.
Let me say thank you to my daughter, Princess. Honey, Princess.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Let God bless you. Let God guide you, Lord. You must listen to your bed and come to Labrador. For me, I call people Facebook, Peter, and everything. All the presidents twist once I was looking for men on Facebook. All those years, they paid men for 16, 17, 20 years, and now they want men. So they go to the place there on the porch looking for men on Facebook. When you tell your patient, they turn their back. See a lot of men, Bassy, no bed, then they start laughing. Because what they can do, show you to one another bed to bed. You understand? And the thing they do to our country is very bad. We're paying people money. Our taxpayer money, but nothing they do for us. You carry anybody, if you carry your fingernails, you go like my very story before they take your patient. Go to the hospital now, go to the doctor, and nurse, this and that. They're not doctor and nurse. They are there for killing. They're not helping us. They're not helping us in the process. Can you imagine nurse will say that on Facebook for the 4 hours while they class? What you go to work, when she show you to go pay off. But they don't pay all that trouble. She will cancel the public. Oh, they don't pay us here. But the thing you do is taking for left away. And you say for that doctor and nurse. Some of the people say, God bless you. Continue to say they will not get tired talking it until they cancel their faces. stupid nurses, stupid doctors. Thank you.
You love me. Oh God. Morning.
Yeah, morning, Israel. Sorry, I'm Jonathan once again. Sorry,
Yeah, Jonathan, it's good to have you. You slip off. It's good to have you.
Okay, so as I was saying, right, that my father living like bro right now, like having pains in my heart from that JFK hospital. Losing two of my kids is not an easy thing. And the one that really got to me is my 15-year-old daughter that was diagnosed with leukemia, taking 46 units of blood at that JFK. So I don't want to go far because if I talk something different will happen to me right now where I'm at. I'm still living in high court. I just want to ask my sister, Princess rather, sorry for the misrecognition. Princess, I want you to answer this question for me. In America, when you carry your patient to the hospital, does the hospital ask you to go buy medication outside to come and treat your patient? 2, does the nurses or the doctor take the medicines of the patient to use it on another patient? Lastly, I just want to say thank you, and I want you to share your number. I got some personal information to share with you from GFK.
Okay.
So
please, my sister.
Okay, thank you. Listen, she will answer. Princess, you want to respond?
Okay, I will answer the first question. First of all, every medication that the doctor prescribes, we have it on stock. So what a doctor does is that, let's say you had a medical condition and you are in the hospital for a week. You are provided medication in the hospital. Before you leave, in some cases, they gave you take some pills with you home to sustain you until you can go to your pharmacy. Before you leave the hospital, the doctor writes a prescription for you. The prescription, they will ask you, which pharmacy do you go to? Do you go to CVS? Do you have your local pharmacy? The reason why the doctor is asking is because they are sending your prescription to the pharmacy. So by the time you get to the pharmacy, your medications, your medication is your order is already in the system. The pharmacist knows that you are on your way to pick your medications up. So they give you that. Now, we are not supposed to give patients medications to another patient. You're not supposed to. The only time we give medications, we have medications we call stock medications. Stock medications are over-the-counter meds. When I say over-the-counter meds, are medications that are not prescribed. You could go to the store and buy those medicines without a doctor's order. When a doctor prescribes a medication for a patient, you are not supposed to give it to another patient because the dose is different. You cannot give another person medicine to this person. No, it is a no. It is you don't do that. Because what if the patient is allergic to the medication? That's why we have the 8 rights, and right medication, right dose, right patients. I have patients that, you ready? Oh, I have patients that are on same medication but different dose. Some of them are on like gabapentin, we call it Neuracin. That medication is for nerve pains. Okay. You have a patient that's on 400 milligrams. We have a patient that's on 3. All right, please give me 1 minute, please. 1 minute. I'll be right back. Okay, come over. Yeah, so you have a patient that is on 300 milligrams. And you have a patient that's on 600 milligrams. You have a patient that's on, okay, 1 second. You have a patient that's on 100 milligrams. Those are different patients with different dose, but the same medication. So you cannot do that because everybody has a different medical condition. So you can't give one patient medicine to the other patient. No, it's a no. It's wrong. It's a medication error, and you could get cited for that. and you could get rating up for that. And when you have consistent medication error, they revoke your license. It goes to the state. They send rules that you keep giving different patients wrong medications, and they don't find you fit to be a healthcare provider. They revoke the license. So it is wrong. That is not supposed to happen.
Okay. So we're just running out of time, but let's squeeze a few more calls before we go. Good morning.
Hello.
Yeah. Morning.
Yeah, I went to this thing I was talking about because I was sick before. I was sick. They came to my wife's hospital. My stomach hit me. They came to my hospital and they didn't do my test. They hit my stomach. When you hit my stomach, I can hear. When you hit it, I can hear. And then you say I get a penis. You should pay $200 US to do my operation. So my sister said, well, have our got a redemption. I will carry the redemption. You get up people carry the redemption. We carry redemption to redemption say I get a penny. They didn't do my test. So they say in the morning, 10 o'clock, they will do my operation. In the morning, they came for me, located my friend boss. I was eating it. They went back. They were first. They said the Malian doctor, one man at doctor in Malian man. He's happy to your sister. He said, oh, my wife said she get a penis. But she can't do operation, but she eating. So the man said, but the doctor said, but they were test. My friend said no. They said, when you see me, bring her in my room. When they carried me in that room, now I was pregnant or not. No. They saw that they saw that pregnancy. From there, they made me medicine and went. I got sick. I went to Clowertown Hospital. In my pregnancy, I want treatment for pregnancy now. The woman went and gave me Amadaki. I took that Amadaki. I got sick my foot. I walked in my pregnancy. That was 7 months old. I walked. I went on that grandma. Sit down. I couldn't eat. The hammer went to redemption. I didn't go back to redemption hospital. I went to the man. That's what happened. I said, oh, they gave me Amadaki. The man was yes. The man said, why they kill people in the country here? Kill people in trade. When the woman is so they Amadaki. I had a man treated me. I went back in the war for 8 months. Go and go there. 8 months ago, when I go there, people say, I'm ready. We put here in me. You're not ready. The pregnancy, I got up there. Boss in my 8 months. I went to the Racing Clowertown and when I go to put him, you're not ready. Now, when my lessons are saying, getting too many, give me injection. I made that injection. They put in that injection. I get birth and I chama, new style. That's me. I started after I get birth. Next time, I said, my won't get in hot time. I went down to the rapid woman was there with me. I won't open my left and just came around with frustration. Up to this time, I won't say, in the same my womb went to hear me. You know, I wrap in my smart, I think I say, me. Anytime I go to the can say infection. Anytime I go to that, infection medicine they give me. No, to do that, there won't problem. So I went there for princess to please help me, which only female I should take because I go to the can say infection. To that bone.
I don't know if somebody is coming.
Okay.
I will get in touch with Israel. I'm going to get in touch with Israel as well.
Hello.
We have
Princess, let me. What's your name?
Rose.
Rose.
Yes.
Rose, what's your number?
Yeah.
0775.
Yes, 0775.
80.
80.
6784.
6784.
I will send something that you will steam yourself up. Like you get the bucket, you boil the hot water. I will steam and you'll drop some in the water and sit over the bucket, let it steam, it will fix what's going on. Because sometimes we need a steamer, whatever that was twisted, it will fix. It will be okay.
So Rose. All right, Rose, you listening? Princess said if she sees someone coming, she will send something.
I'll send something for her. Yeah.
Something for you that will help you. Okay, thank you. Morning.
Hello?
Please go away from the radio. Yeah, quickly.
Yes. Yeah, I really want to talk to our sister in the studio there. Really, my own parents are really doing me. My feet, my hand, can just be pointing. It's why I can't sleep. And I go hospital all over. Even if I know I have to work on that, I tell me I shut down, they give me that medicine, but stay, my hand, they're pointing. my feet burning me. Really, I know. I really want for my sister to really help me.
When you say burning now, as like pepper burning or like it's like tingling?
She said, how it can be burning?
Burning, is it like pepper or is it like pinch when somebody pinch you with pinch?
It can be burning like pepper burning you or like something pinching you.
Burning, yeah. My feet, my hand.
Oh, it can be burning like real kind of pepper.
Like pepper.
To me in the neck, I can't sleep.
Okay.
Because it could be your nerves.
Quick. Sorry, thank you so kindly. But time has caught up with us. We will get Princess later, and I also have a technical problem in the studio here that the technician need to wake up so that we don't go off immediately. So all of you, Princess, we have a time. We will do all of the planning so that she can on the more regular basis talk to you through this platform relative our health sector. So thank you. Another time, Princess, maybe next week we'll find a time for her to come.
Yeah, I want to say one thing. Don't forget, I want to give one tip before I leave.
Yeah, quickly. Let's. Yeah.
We're about to close, right?
Yeah, because I have a small technical problem.
I want to say something quickly before I leave for our ladies. Our ladies that have yeast infection. And when I say yeast infection, the vagina itches, it gets discharge. A lot of women in Liberia go through that. Even men, when they have sex with their women, it transfers to them. A lot of people take antibiotics, which is not good because your vagina is supposed to have certain bacteria in there. We have good bacteria. So when you douche or when you keep taking antibiotics, you are killing the good bacteria in your system. So it's not good to always take it. Sometimes it does not even work. I want to give you a whole remedy. Because in the United States, we do have medications, we do have suppositories that we put up in the vagina to draw up whatever. But I want to give a solution to our women, those that cannot afford it. Maybe it's not even, it's not affordable in Liberia. Garlic. You peel the garlic, the poor garlic clove is what we call it. You peel it and just poke holes in it. Insert it in your vagina at nighttime, bedtime. When it's chronic, it will burn when it's very chronic. But insert it up there, leave it there for 3 days. You will be shocked. That yeast will come out. That's an easy way that is affordable for a lot of people because a lot of women go through, we call it ishe fish. I'm sorry for the term, but it's ishe fish. So if you have ishe fish and you cannot afford to go to get medications or to get money start from the pharmacy, this is your home medication. Go to the market, buy you garlic, beat the garlic, put small hole inside with a toothpick, insert in your vagina at nighttime. Pour pad there because you're going to get a lot of discharge to come out. And trust me, if it's very severe, keep it for 3 days. If it's maybe not too bad, you can keep it for a night. You take it out and maybe 3 days after you try it again. But this is for my sisters that are suffering from yeast infection. This is my tip. I'll be coming on to give you tips. Please, we gotta find the home remedy for certain things. I'm coming on to give education. But thank you all so much for listening. Liberia is our country. We love Liberia, and to our nurses and our doctors. Our lives are very important. Don't use money over us. It could be you. Some government officials don't even trust Liberia to go out of Liberia. But why should we go out of Liberia to get proper care if we have doctors here? That means they don't trust the people here. So please, listen, love our people.
Okay. Thank you so kindly, Princess Mo. So it's true, you see how overwhelmed the people are. I appreciate you. So you will find more time to talk after this relative to your appearance on the show regularly to talk to your people. So thank you so kindly, Princess. Have a blessed day. I'll talk to you off the radio. Thank you. People, I got to go because I have a technical problem here in the studio. And so broadcasting about this problem. So thanks to all of you for your calls. Thanks to those of you who didn't make your here tomorrow at least, and I'm back. My name is Israel. We are safe. Bye bye.